Hey everyone, welcome to Monday Night Watch Along. Brady will be by shortly. Joe is running late. He's at his daughter's volleyball game. But I couldn't wait. I saw all these great people chatting away, and I'm like, I got to go live and just so I can jump in and chat with everybody and say hello. So I have to keep typing. So Brett should be joining us shortly, and then we'll get started with arguably, I pretty much said it even last night, easily my favorite film of the 1980s, favorite horror film. Hands down, Creepshow. So I can watch this movie like Halloween and never ever get sick of it. So, and I know there's a lot of fans in the chat there just psyched to watch it tonight too. I saw a lot of our friends in there. There's Lurch in there. There's Colin. What's up, Colin? Everscathe, our buddy, who sent us a nice little video of some of his Creepshow stuff before. Who else we got in the chat there? Our buddy Rob Windsor. I typed in there. Shout out to Rob. You got a VIP ticket. That's awesome. Brett told me about it. He's the man. Oh, Ryan. Our buddy Ryan's in the chat. Let me throw everybody up there. Ryan. Big Rob. Our buddy Colin. Lurch. A lot of people we're going to see for age 45 in the chat, which is awesome. I cannot wait. Taekwondo classes. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, my daughter used to she used to take gymnastics and what the hell did they take? It's called Hagen. I was like that Muay Thai stuff they used to do. Oh, greetings from the Grindhouse, our buddies. Hey, what's up? I like that. One of the scariest parts. Yeah, Ed Harris is dancing. I guess that it was a precursor to Crispin Glover's dancing, I guess, in Friday 4. Oh, 392 Mopar. What's up, man? Our good buddy James is in the chat. Creepshow is a classic. Yes, just easily. And if you guys are up for it, I say we do Creepshow 2 next Monday because I love Creepshow 2. Shaken Paranormal. What's up? Welcome. Awesome. Got a lot of great people here. Looking forward to watching an awesome movie here. We could give Brady a couple more minutes before we chime in. Who else we got in here? I want to make sure I'm getting everybody that's hanging out here with us. Wow, it's just moving fast. Oh, Frank Riker, buddy, TSL podcast. What's going on? You guys mind if I watch along? You're more than welcome, Frank. All we can have as many wackos. The crazier, the better. Yes, do Creepshow too. So yeah, usually we were going through a lot of the Carpenter movies, and maybe we'll take a little break from the Carpenter movies. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but then I threw a poll up there to see what everybody wanted, and Creepshow won by a landslide. Although it would have been nice if American Werewolf in London had won, because today is, I think, was the 42nd anniversary of its release, so it would have been timed pretty cool. I mean, it's not a significant anniversary, 42, but it would have been cool. But yeah, Creepshow 2 next week, I'm all for it, and I know Brett is all for it because that's actually his favorite one. We all love the raft, and while that girl was not the most well endowed, they were just like the most nice, like most comforting. Like you just want to rest your head on them. Boobs, that when we did our boob ranking from our old podcast, they landed very nicely on the list for all of us. I think we have to go back and do another boob ranking for those that didn't see us on our old podcast. Like we did like top 5 boobs. I say we do top 10 boobs. The more the merrier. Who doesn't like boobs? Crate, yeah, the crate. Such a great scene. Just tell him to. How many times I'll be out with my cousins hanging out having a beer, and I'll be like, just tell him to call you Billy. Oh, looks like Brett's ready to pop in. There's the man.
What's happening?
Not much. We're live with everybody hanging out in the chat.
Awesome. I had to find this too. I maybe it's not streaming anywhere right now. I don't know.
I honestly didn't look because I have it on my thumb drive. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. So I think I did look. And Creepshow 2 is on Shudder, but not Creepshow 1.
Hey, Colin, Rob, 392 Mopar, Lurch, Frank.
Big Rob's
yeah, Everskates here.
Really happy that you got him that ticket. You hooked up the International Man of Mystery, huh?
Yeah, he's very stoked. So if we did something very well with that group,
top 100 boobs. College perky boobs.
Made Rob's day. His messages have been very happy. He's got a VIP now. Yeah,
so Rob is he'll be partying with us. And see who else in the chat is going VIP. Lurch is going VIP. Who else is in the chat? Frank is in the chat. He's going VIP. Who else? Trying to go scroll through to see who else is going. Anybody else that I missed? If you're going 845, shout it out.
I was surprised. I
didn't think it was
a message with Darren about the 500th member for the H45 group, and that was when I was at Kenny Loggins. I was looking at the time. I'm like, damn, that's pretty late for England. He was up pretty late.
Well, I know him and Frank put a lot of time into that podcast, so I'm sure I could see Darren being the type of person that just like stays up late and gets like I do, just to get shit ready.
It was funny. He's like, so did they play Danger Zone yet? I'm like, no, that's towards the end, I'm sure.
He did send me a video of some of I'm all right. You sent me that.
Yeah. Well, the place, I tell you, when you see 60-year-old women, I think I told you this yesterday, 60, 70-year-old women jumping out of their chairs, acting like they're 20.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and God, this
when
is one of my...
Footloose popped on. Yeah. Oh, man.
One of my biggest crushes from the 80s, and still now, because she's aged gracefully. She's beautiful. You follow her on Instagram. She actually has a YouTube channel where she does it's like gardening with Barbara or something. They're outdoor something or other. She does like a whole house thing and gardening type thing, and I see her post stuff, and she's still freaking so beautiful. But oh God, Barbara Crampton. How many times I went back and froze reanimate her when she's laying on the table naked before they stick the head between her legs?
A lot, right?
Oh my God. Yeah. I just kept rewind until the tape would almost snap because it was the age of VHS.
That's like Chopping Mall. Oh, you know, Bill, I forgot to tell you, he did not play Nobody's Fool. Because a couple people were wondering about that too. Is this movie shot in 2.35 to 1? Oh, well, if it's not, who cares?
Frank doesn't have a cutout standee of Crampton from Beyond by now. He's going to run out of room. He's got to get a bigger room to keep putting all those standees behind him. It's starting to look like, did you ever see The Lonely Guy with Steve Martin?
I've never seen that, no.
And Charles Grodin? Oh, God, go watch The Lonely Guy. It's such a black comedy where he's like this loser, has like no friends, and he's like considering killing himself, and his friend Charles Grodin is the same way. Mm-hmm. And they throw a party, but they have no friends. So Charles Grodin goes out and gets like a bunch of cardboard stand-up people, and they're like hanging out with them like they're having a party and socializing with them. I'm telling you, go watch The Lonely Guy. Anybody in the chat see The Lonely Guy? God, it's one of my favorite. Between the Jerk, The Lonely Guy, and The Man with Two Brains. Oh God, just comedy gold, Steve Martin.
You know when you said Charles Grodin, that I didn't bring that up. I just watched the movie with him and De Niro, Midnight Run. I forgot how good that movie is.
God, such a great movie.
I was like, damn, I don't own that movie. Yeah, that's a good movie.
I don't have that either. Yeah, and I forgot about that movie. Believe it or not, I haven't seen it in dog's age. Holy crap!
Yeah, Charles Grodin, he's gone now. It's been a couple of years, I think, since he left. what was it? Seems like old times. Remember that? The Neil Simon.
Oh, well, it seems like many times. Like I said, me and my cousins always use that line, like where they're in the court and they have God, what the hell was the name of the maid, the Spanish lady? And she kept saying, "I had to have my feet scraped," and they're like, "What? Then she had to have her feet scraped." So, and then they had like the dogs. Then the doggies, they go and they chew them all into pieces. And he's like, "Doggies is like, yes, Your Honor. 2 of the dogs are ours. The other 3 dogs acted on their own recognizance." Yeah,
I
big
forgot.
fan.
Was Clifford a guilty pleasure of yours? I know that was one for me when I was young.
Oh, it was. Yeah, yeah. I was.
You can see why it's hated, but I love it.
Oh, like yeah, I can see that. Yeah, but such a great. There's early like Chevy Chase movies with Goldie Hawn and like all the earlier movies with Charles Grodin were just such comedy gold. I mean, then he got into politics later in life, and
yeah, did he host an MSNBC?
Yeah, and I sort of checked out because I'm like, I don't want. I'm not a big political person. My philosophy is keep your political beliefs to yourself because you know why? Because nobody cares. I don't, so just keep them to yourself. So I don't watch
that's why when our movie stars are doing it, it's just like, you know what? That's not what we're fans for you for. So just
Frank's room was like De Niro's basement from The King of Comedy. Nice. Or Maniacs. That's right. Maniacs Mannequins.
You can even do a Barbara Crampton from Chopping Mall too, can't you? But I guess it's bigger for Reanimator, right?
Yeah. Hey, the Mean Machine Radio Show. Welcome back. Well, so guys, all right. I'm ready to go. I'm drinking soda tonight because I definitely been polluting myself way too much.
Yeah, you.
So yeah, I'm just gonna have a couple of diet poisons. Then my diet, I'm just like Sean Clark. I'm thoroughly addicted to the Diet Coke, and somebody else was talking about it too.
This Shout Factory edition is just awesome. Really
what was
nice.
I just watching on YouTube, and they were talking about their love of Diet Coke, or was it on YouTube? I forget what it was. It was weird.
Well, he's not a Pepsi guy. If you're talking about Sean, I know that.
Yeah, Sean is a Diet Coke guy, but there was another person. I can't remember who the hell it was that was talking
somebody.
About it.
I remember. I don't know if Bill was near me when somebody tried to give Sean one of the Peeps Pepsis. You know, that marshmallow Peeps. They made a Pepsi of that.
Did they really? Oh, I hate Peeps to begin with. Peeps to me, oh my god, it's like eating foam insulation. Oh, even as a kid, I remember my parents knew not to buy them for me because they just ended up throwing them out. Like, don't put that shit in my Easter basket. I'm not going to eat it. Just nasty. I never liked them.
Oh god, yeah. He was like, yeah. If you thought you gave me bad shit, there's one for you. I was like, yeah. I don't know about that one.
It's Monday. Well, that's actually, you know why? Because I'll have a couple of beers tomorrow night because tomorrow night is I host open mic night tomorrow night. So it's at a bar. So, I'm going to have a couple of beers. Diet. It's like everybody says, like, I don't drink soda. I don't drink coffee, nothing. All I drink is either water, beer, or Diet Coke.
The aspartame. I remember I heard a lot more about that aspartame when we were having our children, though, because that's like, oh no, if you're pregnant, that's one of the last things you should touch.
Yeah, it's the worst thing in the world for you, but you know what? I know. I've been cutting back on it, and I've been actually trying to drink a lot more water, but I hate water. It's just so bland. Ugh.
You know what's dangerous? Like, you ever seen the C4 energy drinks? So I periodically I'll have a Monster, but they make like a Starburst and a freaking Skittles flavor.
Oh, that's just pure. That's like pure. Like that's like liquid heroin, probably.
It doesn't. Of course, it says 0 sugar. I'm just like, yeah. I wonder how they got away with that. Just citric acid galore.
Like glad I made it. I had to have my feet scraped. That's awesome. All right, so let's get we'll get started. Toby Hooper was a Dr. Pepper man, huh? I like Dr. Pepper. Like, you know what? My daughter loves Dr. Pepper, and she's like, her and a boyfriend like ultra like working out and health. So rarely will she drink soda, but yeah, she likes Dr. Pepper. My wife is a big ginger ale person. She likes ginger ale.
Yeah. Oh wait, Bill's talking about John Ashton, right? That's Taggart from Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, Taggart. Yep.
Which we'll see how big of a role he's got in the next Beverly Hills Cop movie.
Iced tea. I grew up on iced tea. My parents never had. All they had in the house was coffee because my parents would just like basically would walk around with an IV drip of coffee. That's all they drank. We had water, and we always had like the freaking store brand iced tea.
Our whole house is filled with the hints, all the different flavored hint waters.
Oh yeah, that's my wife's new thing. That's what she likes. The hint. Yeah,
The blackberry lemon or the blueberry lemon. Those are my two.
I just bought a bunch of them for the other. She's hooked on those. She likes those. But all right, let's get started.
Yeah,
let's do this. All right, everybody have Creepshow all lined up. Let's do a quick countdown. 3, 2, 1, and play. That's all right. Let's see what's. So we should have Warner Brothers coming up, unless somebody's got something
old
different.
School red logo, right? Like I always thought of Caddyshack when I was a kid with this one, that logo.
And here we go.
Little homage pumpkin there, right?
The abusive, non-stash Tom Atkins.
See, you see how that the mailbox, the way that the camera was sitting there, it's like the mailbox was as tall. You see how tall the mailbox was. Pretty cool eyes on that pumpkin.
Yeah, not bad. Oh, I loved canned high C back in the day. I loved that stuff.
Oh my God, the canned high C. Good Lord. The fruit punch.
You just smacked friggin' Stephen King's son. Surprised he didn't get his ass kicked.
Did you remember a few years ago when Ecto Cooler came back out? Oh, yes. God. Went a little crazy on that, and I'm like, I forgot. This is just okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Atkins just smacked friggin' Stephen King's son.
Well, you also got what McDonald's has always had, the high C orange. I think they still sell that like crazy.
Now, I'm assuming you just drink iced tea and milk, not together, right, Rob? Because I do remember watching Laverne and Shirley as a kid. She used to drink milk and Pepsi and mix it.
God, Atkins had some bad hair in this movie too, didn't he?
He always had that like older person gray hair, but
silly ass part.
So he had to be. Well, you figure he was probably in his what? His mid to late 30s here, I guess.
Now, who's the wife here?
I don't know if I've ever seen her in any other place. Anybody in the chat remember her in anything else?
Wonder what brewery that is, Bill. You got to tell me about that one.
What's that?
Well, he said Wisconsin, Pat. So what does that tell you?
Well, of course, I have no alcohol tonight, but I'll take a sip.
My mom has her surgery tomorrow for replacing her knees, so.
Oh, wow.
Nobody knows her here, but give her a prayer for me.
Yeah, definitely. Best of luck. I had my aunt had that done, and yeah, as long as everything comes out okay, it's before you know it, she'll be. And if she had a lot of problems with it, it'll make it a lot better, because I remember my aunt had tons of problems, and then she had the surgery, and she was 1,000 times better.
She's pretty excited for getting it done. She just hopes that it's, she'll work through it. But they tell you got to be up and moving. Not too much longer after. It's like a day or so.
Yeah, they hit her up like the next day, and boom, 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 rehab, everything.
Now, did you have any of these actual books or comics? Did you ever read any of those or no?
I honestly, no, I didn't. Anybody else out there ever did? I never did. My dad would never have slapped me. He would have poured his beer and hit me with the empty bottle in the head. Really? I can honestly say I don't remember ever getting slapped by either one of my parents. I mean, I got hit. Yeah.
My dad threatened a belt. That was the big thing.
Yeah. My father, yeah, of course, back in the day, they take the belt and just snap the belt. And you're like, no problem. You're the boss. put it back on.
Good
Fun
cast.
fact, I have a crush for Monster Song. Really? Cool. Yeah, this is the people. Well, you got to figure a lot of these people that were in this, it would be a few years before they really exploded.
Mr. Savini.
Because you figure you got Ted Danson, and he would hit it big in Cheers. Who else? Leslie Nielsen. I mean, he had a couple movies under his belt, but he didn't become a household name until Naked Gun. I mean, yeah, you could argue Police Squad, but that wasn't really that big. Well, actually, no. Yeah, Airplane was all relatively the same time. And Ed Harris, too. He had a big career after this. Real big career. Tom Atkins has been in his late 50s since his early 20s. See, yeah, he has always looked like an older gentleman. Never, not necessarily old, but like an older person.
Yeah, fucking Ed Harris's hair in this. Oh God.
Well, he still had hair. Your dad threw a pot at you?
What? Yeah.
Damn. Holy shit.
We got into that subject with my
He was
parents when they were in
56.
here a couple weeks back. We were talking about what stuff was the worst to step on. We were talking Hot Wheels, Legos. I'm like, God, how?
Oh, you know what I stepped on right before this? Before I took a shower, I stepped on the top from a paint can because my daughter's painting the room down here, the extra bedroom, and I was on the floor and I stepped on it because I was painting in barefoot. I'm like, motherfucker.
I thought you were going to be expanding your collection, so I guess that's out the window.
Yeah, exactly. You're all a bunch of dirty vultures.
Look at that forehead on freaking Ed Harris. Jesus. God. Good God.
Yeah, a lot of actors here, they went on to do comedy. It's true. My mother threw her left. Yeah, I saw you put shoe next. Left shoe. I've had my mom, but my mom never hit hard. She tried, but she couldn't. My grandmother, about 4.5 foot tall Italian woman, her thing was she'd pull hair or she'd pinch you.
Yeah. Now, anybody in the chat, do you guys like the TV show or the show on Shudder? I like it. That's what's his
I
name,
like
baby?
Greg Nicotero.
Greg Nicotero, yeah. Some episodes are better than others, obviously, but I like the one where where those, remember the guys like in the suitcase?
I haven't seen all of them. I have to go back and really watch them all. I tend to do more of watching things in the colder weather because obviously you're not going out as much.
You're outdoor more, yeah.
For those that don't live in this part of the country, or even Brits, so-called Midwest, when he's sort of in the middle, he's not necessarily west. You get the colder weather, and it's even here now. It's getting darker out early. It's been in the low 50s at night.
She's smoking a stogie? Yeah, she was, wasn't she?
She was smoking a cigar. Yeah. Screech to a halt, as they say.
God, nowadays she looks like Diane Keaton. That was present. I'm like, is that Diane Keaton?
True. Yeah. We can't wait for the Ed Harris dance. The precursor to the Crispin Glover's dance. Maybe that's who he was. Maybe that's who he was dancing like. Well, actually, Ed Harris here. He's actually doing more of the white man's overbite there.
Adrian Barbeau is great, though, as the bitch in this movie too. Oh man.
We had a Hurricane Gloria. I remember Hurricane Gloria. And my dad made us go outside in the middle of hurricane to cut up the trees. He was crazy. Seriously?
Jeez.
I could see if it was on something, but just wait till the storm's done.
Yeah, we had the cosplayers, Lito and his wife Jennifer, on last night, and yeah, they were talking about the storms out west.
Yeah.
They live out in LA. There was somebody that flew over Dodger Stadium and just all around the Hollywood Hills there. It was like flooded. It was like, Jesus.
Was it that? I really didn't watch any of the coverage, so I guess it did get a lot of flooding.
It was just saw something on what's Twitter called now? X.
X. I don't know where the hell that came from. So what are you going to say now? You're not tweeting, you're Xing? I don't know.
I think it's just to get the T word out, right?
Yeah. After 6 beers, I had to chase the darts for your dad. I'm assuming your dad. They would throw them at my... Seriously? This is some rough dads. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you see any pictures of Horror Hound? See, like, the last time I went to Horror Indy, it was at the smaller Marriott hotel, so it's like at a bigger convention center. Like, there's so much space. Somebody took a picture from one side of the autograph signing area to the other. It's just huge space.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Bedelia, you bitch. The guy's sexy for some reason in this. She's into mixing food and sex like George and Seinfeld. Oh God, I love that episode. He's having sex and he keeps coming out from under the cover and he's got like a big hero sandwich.
What was it? I just saw Ryan say I didn't have the dad that was goofy. I had the drunk uncle that lived with us for a bit. That was
Drunk
that would
Uncle
come
Bob.
home when I was in high school, and I'd come home and I would be watching something in our basement. He'd come sit down next to me, just shit faced, and go, "Brett, do you like girls?" I was like, "Get the fuck away from me."
Was his name Bob? Drunk Uncle Bob, like from, was it Saturday Night Live?
No, Uncle Jim. We called him Drunkle Jim.
Drunk Uncle Jim.
I told you he took me to see the Grateful Dead when I was like 13 years old. I was like, Jesus.
Oh, so he was the cool uncle. He was the cool drunk uncle.
Yeah,
Well, he wasn't mean.
the cool high uncle, I guess. Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yeah, all practical effects in the day made things so much better. I mean, there's some good CGI stuff, but the practical effects you can't touch.
What was
Harrison
it?
Ford's face slid down to the bottom of his head. Oh,
Have you seen the documentary? And somebody could probably I have it on it. God, I'm bad with memory of the Creepshow documentary they made. I have the separate DVD. I don't know where that's at, but
no, I didn't see that. Is it like a special
somebody in the
feature
chat
on one of the
will probably
releases?
know it. I bet you Bill will. Tom Savini though got a lot of for the creature. He asked like what Rob Bottin and a whole bunch of people for input on it when he was creating the monster in the crate or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun because at least you're getting some new cool Creepshow stories. But yeah, some are kind of stinkers. So
Just Desserts, that's what it's called.
you called me a bitch. Thinking Christmas thing, like he was getting tased. Yeah.
I wonder if that's is that on this? I didn't know that was on here, Colin. I thought it was a separate disc.
Oh yeah, we can't show them. So when you do watch-alongs, guys, if you're new to watch-alongs on YouTube, you're watching it at home along with us. I can give you a timestamp. We actually can't broadcast the film. We put the movie on, they'll take us right down for copyright. So you have to have a version of it. So everybody's watching it. That's why in the beginning I do a countdown and we all press play at the same time, and then periodically we give timestamps. Like right now, the hand just came out of the ground, and Nathan Grantham's about to come out of the ground.
Look at him.
Where's my cake, Bedelia?
So, if I remember the order of this well, the next one's the Stephen King one. Then we get the Leslie Nielsen, Ted Danson one.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get the Barbeau one, right, with Hal Holbrook.
Yep.
And then the E.G. Marshall insect one, which creeps the shit out of me.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, Bill. See, yeah, it's a separate one. I don't see it on this last Shout Factory. I think it was just separate release, that documentary, unless I'm wrong here.
Hey, Travis. Hope everyone is well. Oh, here's the dance. Hope everyone's well. I swear I've seen this movie, but I actually saw the Willies. The Willies.
For you. I'm just kidding.
It actually almost looks like what the hell's the guy from Starsky and Hutch? He looks like Hutch. David Soul. He looks like David Soul here.
Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you? I didn't want to say it to Lito last night. Do you think he said he was going to be wearing the Warlock mask? That's right. Never mind. Before he said the Warlock mask, I hope he was going to be. Was he going to use the mask from the video from the board game? The mask.
Yeah.
That mask was a little different. I'll say that.
Yeah, guys. So if you have your own copy of it, like we're probably most of us are watching, I think you can rent it on YouTube for like $3.99, but it's not streaming anywhere because I did look and all I found was Creepshow 2 streaming on Shudder. So
yes, the Otherscape sent Pat and I his quick video DVD shirt DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat knows this. I have a
out.
love for the second movie because that was one of the first horror movies I ever saw. The second movie.
Were you on when we were talking about it? Because I told the guys, I said, if you want, we'll do Creepshow 2 next Monday.
Yeah, we were talking about it last week, right?
Yeah, so we'll do Creepshow 2 next. And for those who have Shudder, it's on Shudder because I did see that it's streaming on Shudder. So,
Sorry, some of the first boobies I ever saw. Sorry.
we were talked about our love for the raft boobs. Don't even know what the girl's name is. And I really don't care. They're just the raft boobs.
I just love when that guy thinks he got away. I beat you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the ride, lady.
I'm the opposite of George in that I can't poop without a shirt on. Oh, I'm assuming you think George Costanza.
Well, yours is 82, right?
This is 82. Yeah. What is going on in the chat? I got to strip down all the way to take a shit. Gets interesting at work. What did I miss here? I have to go back.
Hell?
I have to go back up and scroll.
Thank God you're not a firefighter. Do we talk about that, Pat? My neighbor was telling me about how much weight of equipment that they wear when they go out. Couldn't believe it.
Oh, the amount of stuff that they have to put on.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I was like, my neighbor's maybe $160.
Yeah, he's probably wearing 50, 60 pounds worth of shit on him.
No, we're close to 100.
Is it? Yeah. Well, those big tanks and everything. It's crazy. I mean, yeah, exactly. Believe me, I'd love to show the movie, but YouTube just won't allow it. And I used to love when Facebook had those watch parties, but then of course all the companies made them shut it down because of friggin' copyright.
Well, yeah, I think didn't it happen to us once, or Pat, where you we had the sound and we got dinged on it?
I got dinged. I forget what the hell it was. Yeah, once it happened where we got dinged. I forget what it was.
Isn't it something with liquor where it never changes? Like the Jim Beam label's still the same.
Yeah, Jim Beam label's been the same forever. Like all I know is I wouldn't have sat there. I would have made every effort to get my fucking ass up instead of just waiting for this thing to fall on me. Up, and he's got her hand.
Good night.
Yeah, he's about to get squashed. Timestamp I got is 17 minutes and 3 seconds. So I think we're all about the same.
Just his eyes.
Yeah.
Timber.
And this is a great laugh. I'll always love that laugh. Rogue Waffles, what's going on? I love that name.
That's a great name, yeah.
I want my cake. It's mine. It's mine.
So I showed my wife that female hoodie that Hot Topics got. Did you see that one?
What was that? I'm sorry.
The zip up the hoodie, the 78 H78, the new hoodie they have for the season.
They have a new
Hot
one.
Topic.
Oh,
It
God
kinda-
damn it! Stop
it!
it!
Looks like our pullover one that we got from Hot Topic the one time.
I got one last year. I wonder if it's the same. You have to show me. You should do a best and worst of dance moves in horror, Frank. Carrie and oh yeah, there's so many bad ones.
Think about recasting this movie if you did. Who would play this girl? Who could we have play this girl?
Gervaisi dancing. I've never seen The British Office. I've seen every episode of The Office because it's one of my favorite shows.
She's got like the Annie haircut, doesn't she? Hear the hairstyle?
That was the hairstyle from the late 70s, early 80s. Who can we get to play her? I don't know. She's
still butter all over me.
Like a woman. I have to call you back.
Dude, yeah,
Travis.
That was cool. Lito does the cosplay from Fright Night too. That was cool.
Yeah, well, that's why. Like, yeah, come back and you guys, whatever other ones they do, we'll have them on. And then maybe, like I said, next week, anybody in the chat who is a collector wants to come on and show you a collection. Next week we'll bring a collector in, and we'll just see if we can alternate collector for cosplay, collector for cosplay.
This is great.
Snap.
That's one strong corpse.
Yeah.
Shane, I like that. Good to have you in the chat, man.
First, boob sizes in a Ninja Turtles cartoon, and now clothing preferences while shitting. it's getting strange. What about the fantastic thing? Oh, the dance scene in Secrets in Fright Night. Or what about I just watched the other day. I hadn't seen it in a long time. Was One's Bitten, the dance scene with Jim Carrey.
Oh God,
Right?
I thought we only liked Buffalo Bills dance.
Jane, what's up? I reenacted Air Harris's Creepshow dance at my 8th grade prom that went over as well as a dump in church. Nice.
Man, that's a guy that should do a convention. Ted Levine, man. How about that?
And this guy always reminded me of what the hell's his name? Shit, I can see him. But
Griffin Dunn?
No.
No.
Hold on, I have to look up his name. This is awesome. What a great way to end this segment. I got my cake.
Where do we rank? We ranked the stories. Was that previously with our previous show?
Previous show. Yeah, we did. We ranked our favorite stories. Yeah, there's another one. Frank's got one too. Yeah, Trash dancing in Return of the Living Dead.
Oh boy, yes.
The only thing that killed me is when I realized she was wearing a bodysuit and she wasn't completely fully naked. It just totally ruined it for me.
Tell it like it is, Pat.
Oh Jesus! Meteor shit.
Yeah, I know we've said Stephen King's done cameos, but yeah, this is his really big, only major role, right?
Yeah, and correct us if we're wrong. Did he ever do anything where he acted as much as he did in this? I don't know. I mean, he always appears in something. You always remember him as the priest in Pet Sematary, doing the funeral. There's another one. Yeah, Rick Moranis dancing Ghostbusters during his party is great. All right, who brought the dog?
Anybody want to play Partini?
Yeah, I'm throwing hands off. Yeah. Department of Meteors. And it's great how like they interjected humor in this too. And you think like $200 back in '82 was actually worth something. $200 nowadays. That's like a round of beers at a concert.
When you like look up, when you look up one of the websites, it's Ranker, over the top dance moves in horror films. Number 1 on this one list is whatever Crispin Glover's doing in the Friday the 13th Part 4. You're such a dead fuck.
Exactly, he's such a dead fuck.
Ted, where's the corkscrew?
Yeah, it's gross. Those big freaking pimply things on his fingers, and he keeps licking it.
See, so we get Leslie Nielsen, and then we get the counterpart of the Naked Gun in the second movie of George Kennedy.
That's true. I never put that together. Yeah, she had flesh-colored panties on, and it just totally killed it for me. Once I found that out, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Isn't the big guy in that first story? Isn't that the guy that has all the lights on him in The Running Man? The same actor? I got to look that up. When Arnold's like, "Come here, Christmas tree. Come here, light bulb." Yeah, look that guy up. I think it is. Yeah, isn't he the bald guy that rooms with or that is in the cell with Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor and Stir Crazy? Same guy.
Is it? I don't remember.
I'm
probably started up half of Peru during this role. Yeah, he was. I know he was. partook a lot back in the day, from what I've heard.
I always got a kick out of this story, though. This one with him, he's acting with them by himself, right?
Yeah.
He's got nobody to feed off of.
He could have done more, I guess. Maybe he just didn't want to do it. It's sucking out a bottle of Ripple, just like Fred Sanford. Oh God, I still do. Every once in a while, I'll throw on Sanford and Son. You gotta get Ripple. You gotta get some champagne and Ripple, and you mix it together, and you have Champipple.
You know what? Stephen King is the semi truck driver in the second Creepshow. Remember, he lights when they find the hitchhiker on the road. Remember?
Oh, that's
somebody
right.
got creamed. Remember, he lights the flare.
Mm-hmm. Look at this. Is Simone and Bob Backlund.
Yeah,
this is my day.
This Reigns' uncle or dad, or one of the two. I can't keep track.
Yeah, this is when I used to friggin' watch wrestling, when Bob Backlund was still in.
Those Samoans are all pretty much related, you know?
Yeah. Do they still make Ripple? I don't remember ever seen it in a store. He has like meteor herpes, and he's still looking at it the whole time. I look at all this shit the way it grows. Although I wouldn't mind putting this on my lawn, because my lawn looks like shit, man. If I get my lawn to grow this quickly and green.
You gotta love those old school TVs where they're the rounded edges.
Mm-hmm. I remember my grandparents had one.
You spent $200 on toilet paper for your restaurant every month, Rob? Wow, damn.
That's a lot of shit.
Did you start going with the rough stuff if you're spending that much?
Jesus Christ. What are you serving for dessert? Freaking enemas? Holy crap. Laxatives? People shitting their brains out before they leave the restaurant. This is going to be extremely painful, Mr. Merrill.
Somebody got creamed.
Nice. Oh, here's another good one. Yeah, Barry Sims' trench coat dance in H6 makes Travis vomit. Relax your crack, honey.
Pull the van out back so I can leave nice and quietly. He's just a bizarre character. But we saw him in what? Silent Night, Deadly Night, right?
Who?
That guy, the Barry Sims. Isn't that what he was in?
He was in Silent Night, Deadly Night. Yeah, he was Linnea Quigley's boyfriend. He gets killed. Remember, she's one thing about her, man. She's got some nice. She'd be on the booby list too. She got some nice boobies, and he sticks her right up to the deer antlers on the wall.
Okay, that wasn't the same guy. But the guy from Running Man and Stir Crazy was in Alone in the Dark. Isn't that a movie you like from 1982?
Yes, good movie. I haven't seen that in a minute.
He plays Ronald Fatty Elster in that movie.
Who plays the doctor in the dream? Oh, that's what we were just talking about. Unpopular opinion. Sanford and Son got better during the time Grady took over for Fred. Well, Grady was funny as hell. Well, Grady got his own spin-off show called Grady, if you guys remember. It didn't last long, though. I think it was I don't even think it made it through a whole season. Big boob tube fan when it comes to 70s sitcoms.
Now, I don't have regular cable anymore. I believe my brother had told me that the Creepshow that's on Shudder goes to AMC. Is that right? Does anybody know that? They play it on AMC.
That's good. Anyway. Oh no, I think they do, because every year AMC has a Fear Fest, and I think they show Shudder. Because I'll always try to find some free like AMC deal from somewhere just to have it for Fear Fest, because I just like to have Fear Fest. I don't know. I'm still a kid at heart. I own every Halloween, 8,000 versions of them, but it's always fun when Halloween comes on the television because it reminds me of being a kid. So every year I try to make it so I figure out a way to get it for a free month. Yeah, Frank says, yeah, it does. Yeah, because I remember being on there last year. This is Tales from the Dark Side. Oh, my God. One of my favorite TV shows next to when I did my ranking, I think was number 2 on my list next to Twilight Zone. I used to come home. I'd ride my bike home on Saturday nights. So I was home by 11. It was either 11 or 11:30. They used to show Tales from the Dark Side on Channel 11, WPIX, New York. I'd be like, hang out with my friends. I'm like, I gotta go. They're like, where you going? I'm like, Tales from the Dark Side's on. I'm going home.
Well, we had it on the WGN when I was, God, this is late '80s, obviously, early or mid to late '80s, and
Mid to late '80s,
went
yeah.
back to back with Soap, that sitcom Soap.
Love
It's like
Soap.
go to Soap to Tales from the Dark Side.
That's a great lineup, man. I love. Oh God, I'm a big fan of Soap. Richard Mulligan, Billy Crystal. Oh, what a great show.
I'll never forget seeing that Monsters in My Closet episode. That had me going.
The best is when he gets abducted by aliens and he comes back and it's alien Bert. Did you ever watch the whole series? He gets abducted. Richard Mulligan gets abducted, and they send back an alien replica of him, and then he finally gets away. And then there's 2 Berts, and she's got to convince the wife.
So he went from that. Then he did obviously Empty Nest, but
Empty
I
Nest.
remember him a lot as the teacher and Teachers. Remember, he
Yeah.
becomes a substitute on his own face, and nobody even cares.
What the hell was he in? He was in he used to be in a lot of Blake Edwards movies too. Was it A Fine Mess? He was in A Fine Mess, I think, if I remember correctly.
The Hitchhiker, yeah, is that the same Hitchhiker that was on HBO? God, that when like the Hitchhiker's narrating about all the stories, that wasn't a bad show.
That wasn't bad. Yeah.
I just remember I had a bag in grade school that some kid's like, "You ever watch The Hitchhiker? You look like you have the Hitchhiker bag." I'm like, "What?" It's just a brown bag. Look at that green beard.
Very much love Tales from the Dark Side, man. Crushing hard on Christian Slater. Oh, when he was a kid in the one episode, was it the with the grandpa, the grandfather comes back from the dead? Is that the one you're talking about?
My
The Hitchhiker
sister
and Silk Stockings on USA are the best themes. I forgot about Silk Stockings. Wow.
I think we briefly talked about Freddy's Nightmares last night.
Yeah.
My sister loved that. I just never got into it. I don't know, maybe because it wasn't just Robert in there just hosting the show. He wasn't even really in any episodes.
I think so. I didn't really watch it, to be honest with you. Another thing I should catch up on one of these days. I like this. Oh, no. He takes his pants off. Oh, no, not there.
Oh, hold on, my batteries.
Uh-oh. Brett's dying. You got in that tub, you may as well sign your death warrant. Oh, really, Bill? I didn't know that. That's awesome. Everscape Band has opened up almost every live concert of over 2 decades with the intro from the Tales from the Dark Side. Man lives in the sunlit world of what appears to be reality. But there is, unseen by most, an underworld. A place that's just as real, but not as brightly lit. A dark side.
Yeah, Shane, it came on after Raw. I remember that. They always promoted Silk Stockings on Raw.
Honestly, if they came out with Twilight Zone undies, I'd buy them. It's not far-fetched. Any fans of Twilight Zone, go watch my ranking. That's probably the only time I'll ever do a ranking of like 30, 32 or 33 episodes of something because I could not decide.
Look at him.
I love Tales from the Crypt, but I'm a Zone guy.
Oh, God. This is just...
Yeah, Swank magazine. Swank. What the hell was that guy's name? He used to have all those magazines back in the day. Swank and Screw and the fuck was his name? You used to see him in a lot of shit back in the...
You're not talking Larry Flint. That was the Hustler.
No, it wasn't Larry Flint. It was another guy. It was like this big fat guy. He always had cigars in his mouth, and he was just like real, no filter. I can't think of his name. He owned a bunch of those smut magazines. Bad. This is trying. So crazy. He's trying to get it there. Oh God, Morton Downey Jr. I remember watching Morton Downey Jr.
Smoking away.
smoking away. What the hell was he used to be on Channel 9 when I lived in northern New Jersey. Channel 9.
He
WWOR.
he had a segment with Roddy Piper, WrestleMania 5.
They used to be Channel 9 used to have like all the crazy shit on night. They used to have Morton Downey show. Then they had for a couple of years they had the Howard Stern show when he had his first TV show. They used to put a bunch of wacky shit on.
Yeah, Morton Downey, that was late, wasn't it though?
It was always on late, yeah.
My buddy picked up like a bootleg DVD set of the Fox show Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Oh God, that show. I wish it was on a little bit longer. That was a fun show.
Something to tide you over. Wow, movie, it's going fast. So we're 35.
Benny Hill, the dirty old man show.
Oh yeah, we used to oh God, we watched Benny Hill every night. My father loved Benny Hill. Hit with the hell did they used to call him? All the girls, they had a name for the girl, like the half naked girls in the show. What the hell were they? Oh, Hill's Angels. Hill's Angels, they used to call them.
Yeah, Sam Malone hadn't started yet, or was it right around here? Wasn't it though?
No, Cheers, I think. I don't know. Let me check it. I think, when did they start? I thought they started around 83, 84. Cheers.
Who's our new Rob? Rob's New England guy. He might know, right? Where everybody knows your name.
Everybody knows Rob's name. Cheers. No, it started in 82.
Well, that's a pretty decent year for Ted Danson, huh?
Yeah.
This and then
premiered September 30th, 1982 to May 20th, 1993. I know you're talking about that, Ken. Yeah, you can. Which guy were we talking about? I forget now. I'm trying to remember because I'll try looking it up.
What, Herman's Head?
Herman's Head? Oh, God.
Or Remote Control on MTV?
I used to watch Remote Control just to watch Kari Wurr. Then she played the gypsy's daughter in Thinner.
Oh, shit.
Really, Bill? It used to be in the Benny Hill Library where they sent you new VHS tape every month. That's cool. Ice God. Benny Hill, we used to watch it. My father loved it. And then my father discovered, a few years later, discovered Married with Children. It was all over. That was his favorite show. So the day he died, he loved Al Bundy. No, it wasn't Larry Flint. Let me look it up right now. It was like Al something or other. Let's see, Screw Magazine. Let's see. Al Goldstein. That was the guy's name. That's
Al Goldstein.
Yeah, if you ever see him, you know exactly who I was talking about. He's always in like, you always see. Well, he's dead now. You used to see him in a bunch of stuff when they always talked about, like, especially when People versus Larry Flint came out.
Yeah, Ted Danson was one of the better parts of those Three Men and a Baby movies, though, too. Or he's the actor.
That was his baby. He was the one that knocked her up.
What was he in recently? Oh, the Fargo TV show he was good in.
Oh, was he in that? I didn't watch that. He was in that?
Well, yeah, the cast changed.
Is that true? Leslie Nielsen had a fart machine on the set to make people laugh?
Yeah. Read about it on IMDb.
Really? That's funny.
So he was, obviously the airplane movie is significant, but wasn't it because he was the pilot in the original airport movie? That's how that came about?
Who was?
Leslie Nielsen. He's in the first airport movie.
Oh, the original, airport. I was thinking airport. Yeah, the first airport movie. Yeah. I know. Is that why they brought him in? Because of that? I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad he did one of those Hollywood shows before he passed. He was a good, humble dude. I swear, every time I see him, like, on the beach like this, I think of that scene in Naked Gun where they like clotheslined a couple, him and Priscilla Presley,
Where they're running on the beach.
and they're laughing about it.
Something tells me I'm into something good. Hermits. So my grandmother used to perform with Benny Hill's little bald sidekick. He's from Belfast. There's like Jackie. Really? That's oh God. He was always the best. He always patting him on the head.
That's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was in this. Oh yeah, I love. Well, we used to watch Cheers religiously. I loved watching. I mean, Cheers was really really big when I was a kid. I mean, that was like the show to watch, and it was great to watch. And then Money Pit, one of my favorite
Money
films.
Pit's great.
God, what a great movie. How many times, like when I'm tired, I do like remember in the Money Pit when not Ted Danson, when Tom Hanks he falls through the floor and he gets stuck in the floor, and she shows up there. He's like, "Oh, thank God you're here." For a while there, I thought the Care Bears were here. So I'll do that like when I'm tired because you think you're like hallucinating. I'm like, "Oh my God, I think the Care Bears were here."
This I think that I like this one the best in this movie, this story, because of these two. It's very unlike these two from anything we've ever watched.
Yeah. And this is like, you think about how terrifying a way to die this is, you know?
Oh hell yeah! And it proved Leslie Nielsen. He could have been a villain and other stuff. He did it pretty damn good.
He did it very well in here. I love his laugh later on when he sees them. When they come back, they're like, ha! He's got that laugh.
Uh-oh, who's coming down here?
Yeah, Airplane was pretty much a spoof on disaster movies. They were just lampooning all of them. Remember Ted Danson most from Bored to Death on HBO? I always thought he could pull off our monster and a monster. I can see that. I never watched Bored to Death though. Interesting. I liked him in the other show he did after Cheers. Becker. He played a doctor. And with Shawnee Smith was in it too.
Yeah, Becker.
Yeah, I like that show. I thought he was good in that. He had but Nancy Travis in it, and what's her name? The hot chick from Back to School. She owned it. No.
Oh, not. No, you're talking.
She became a.
That's Back to the Future.
Girl. She became a Baywatch girl. I can't think of her name. She had the diner in Becker, and then she left, and then they brought Nancy Travis. Nancy Travis came in.
Nancy Travis. I was thinking about her when I was when Michael J. Fox was at that fan expo that she did that movie with him, Greedy, with Kirk Douglas. Oh God, Phil Hartman.
She's a good looking woman. You want to see her whole goods? Just go watch Married to the Mob.
Oh yeah,
you see her completely naked in that in the beginning with Alec Baldwin when he gets shot and killed.
Yeah, Bill, we got a lot of ginormous foreheads because that Harrison I thought was pretty big too.
What is that?
Just
yeah, Al Goldstein. Yeah, that guy used to be in all different documentaries. When anytime they would talk about pornography, it's like, and not to say all I do is watch documentaries about pornography, but I've seen quite a few. Big fan.
I never saw the spoof, the Dracula Dead and Loving It. I never hear too many people talk about it, so I can't imagine it being that great.
It's all right. It's it's no Airplane.
I remember Repossessed.
Repossessed is good. That's good. Oh, is this what you're saying? Because Ted Danson's forehead is ginormous? Yeah, he does have a big forehead. He's got a lot of hair to cover it, though. Yeah, I love that line. Like a midget at a urinal, I was going to have to stay on my toes.
Yeah, I showed my neighbor that Norm glass. I think, didn't I show you that on one episode? The signed Norm glass when I had George once sign that?
Yes, you did. Yep.
We were talking about Cheers the other night. He was like, I love that show. It's like, who didn't?
He was good in Shit. What was the horror anthology series where George went? It was him, and he was in the household by himself, and he would kill. He was killing people. Oh God, what the hell was that? Hold on, help me out in the chat if you guys know what I'm talking about. I stumbled upon it one night. Let me see. I'm looking it up right now. Let's see if I can find. He's 74 years old now, huh? Wow. I actually thought he'd be older than that. Let's see. If I can find it. Television.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what I wanted to ask you, Pat? And then
Masters. Did you ever see what? That's it. Masters of Horror. It was that Showtime show? And he was in the episode
with all the
Family.
directors. All the directors.
Yeah, all the different directors did their stuff. There was like the one Jennifer. Cigarette Burns. The one with was called Family. And like he would like he had like people he'd like kill them and then and bomb them and keep their bodies, and it created like his own family. It's really, really odd thing for, I mean, because obviously he was in House, but in House he was like the comic foil. But go check out Family, where he's like evil and devious and like killing people. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I forgot. I used to watch. I love that. I forgot about that as an anthology thing. Masters of Horror. I forgot all about that. There's some really good episodes in that.
Somebody was saying, and I wanted to ask you about this. Did you see this somewhere where one of the exclusives at H45 is going to be a Dr. Chalice NECA figure?
I didn't see that anywhere. No, really?
If anybody's in the chat, I read that somewhere in our group. I was like, where did that information come out from? If it's true, that's cool.
Oh, I'm in. I'm all on board for that. You know me, I don't have anything
bring
signed.
That up to you before. I didn't want to forget it, so I was like, you know what, screw it. I got to ask.
I don't have figures signed, but something like that I might have back and signed because that would be pretty cool. Yeah, Money Pit. Oh God, such a
Money Pit's a classic.
Such a great movie. Oh, wait a second. What did I miss? Let's talk about Gail Weathers' bangs in Scream 3. Jesus Christ. Yes.
Oh, some of the worst, Lurch.
Yeah. She had like the haircut of like Lloyd Christmas. She had Lloyd Christmas bangs.
If that is the truth, we might have to help out Bill on one of those figures if we can get more than one. I can see he's chomping at the bit already.
Oh yeah. Hey, if they have a Chalice figure and we can get another one in, Bill, don't worry.
If that's the truth,
one of the three of us we'll definitely get one for you.
I hate to bring up that stuff until we know that's.
Yeah, Robert England had a great episode. Yeah, Masters of Horror was awesome. I forgot all about that. I got to go back and revisit that. But yeah, go check out the episode Family with George Wendt. It's just something you would never think George Wendt would be involved in. I mean, yeah, like I said, he was in the house, but he was the comic foil. So he wasn't like murdering people.
Well, the one guy from the Boondock Saints, not Sean Patrick Flanery, the other guy that was on Walking Dead. What was the actor's name?
Oh God.
Sean Rumsum.
Yeah, what the hell's his name?
He had an episode in Masters, or is that the one Carpenter did? I think he was in, right?
He was in an episode too. Was it the Carpenter one? I got to go back and revisit it. That's oh God, why am I drawing a blank on his name? Help us out in the chat.
Nathan something? No,
it's
Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus, that's it. Yep. Well, the one I liked the most was I forget who directed it. I think it might have been Dario Argento. I think it was his episode. It was called Jennifer. It was the alien girl who had the ugly face but the knockout body, and all she wanted to do was fuck. And then and the scene opens up where somebody's like so fed up with her because she's like killed people. She'll eat people, but then like whoever takes care of her, she's obsessed with them. And like all she wants to do is hump them basically. And it's just a real good episode. Anybody out there see the Jennifer one? Go check it out. I don't know who the girl is, but you see her face. It's horrible, but the body is like a 11.
You know what would be a good one? Yeah, Frank, you said the Chalice NECA. They should do a Chalice tied to the chair with the mask as an accessory, and then you also get You also get why am I drawing a blank? Dan O'Hurley, Cochran. You do like
And
that setup in the room in a box.
you can make it like a nice little ring toss game, where you can try to throw the skeleton mask on a TV.
The lower torso of Ellie. Oh god, you do that, then she could sign it too.
Such a great laugh, Leslie Nielsen. Love it. You guys,
He's all but gone.
you're talking about one of the greatest film Chalice times.
Yet.
Oh yeah, so many great films. Some of his earlier stuff. I mean, aside from the blockbusters, even his earlier stuff is just great. Oh, subject just watched. Did you just watch? Oh, you just saw It Follows for the first time. I love It Follows. I think it's actually a pretty enjoyable film.
It Follows great.
Chalice neck figure comes with a 6-pack and Ellie's lower torso.
Yep. Forget it.
Hear me, Richard? I'm gonna get you.
He's gonna look at the camera, isn't he? He already did, or did I miss that? Yeah.
Yeah, right now I'm seeing him seeing Ted Danson underwater trying to hold his breath. 51 minutes and 6 seconds is what I'm at. What a way to go, huh?
It's crazy.
There's a underrated film called Jennifer, which is basically a Carrie ripoff. No, never saw that one. Jennifer's Body? No, not Jennifer's Body. It's just called Jennifer. It's like an episode from whoops, nope. It's right here. No, it's just an episode of that Masters of Horror. It's called Jennifer. Jennifer's Body's good though. Oof.
Now help me remember. Why is he going back to the TV?
Megan Fox. What's that?
He's going back for the TV here.
Well, he was actually, in theory, he was going back for the bodies to see if the bodies were there, because he said, he's talking like, oh, I guess the tide pulled them out, because he's wondering where they are.
That's right. Okay.
Because he buried them, they wouldn't have come out of that, because that's like being put cement.
Forget it.
Chalice figure comes with a chocolate chip cookie and a handful of ass, of every ass he slaps in that movie.
A handful of ass.
Oh, Frank, I'm a Jersey guy too. I know what you mean. If this was the Jersey Shore, Harry would have been hit by syringes and used condoms in the water.
Jeez, god damn. Oh, there's some footprints, right?
The footprints. I always liked the imagery where they show where it has the cartoony look.
Yeah, they did it in the show too.
Yeah, I love that. Tell you one thing, be envious of Leslie Nielsen. It's a hell of a place to have right there. Have your own little beach, nice house.
Yeah. In his nice little jumpsuit.
Yeah, his jumpsuit.
He's got a VHS collection of this shit. Yes. Sorry.
What happened?
Sorry, had the ball game on.
Oh, you got the ball game going in the background. What are they playing tonight?
Detroit. Detroit's not that bad. Fighting for the playoffs here, Pat.
Yeah, the crate is awesome. Looking forward to seeing that. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. For the playoffs already?
In a month.
Already. Wow.
Trust me, the way they're winding down, their last series is against the Brewers, who was in their division. That's the weekend of H45. So I'll be probably be scoreboard watching.
Tales from the Crypt episode Corman's Calamity is basically the crate ripoff, because it also has a guy who is a total nobody and he has a cruel wife who is always nagging at him. Check that out.
You ever seen the Tales from the Crypt episode with Joe Pesci with the twins? Did you ever see that one, Pat?
What? No, I don't remember that one. No.
where he's like playing both good-looking twins. It's like identical twins.
No, I go back. I admit
They
have
end up
not seen
finding out
all
that
of
he's
them.
seeing them both at the same time. What they do to him. Oh God.
Oh, I got to check that out.
Oh yeah.
I have to go back and I've seen a lot of Tales from the Crypt, but I've never seen. I admittedly have not seen them all. I'm just trying to only see if I go through the horror anthology TV shows. When I did Twilight Zones, yeah, I've seen every single one millions of times. Seen every Tales from the Dark Side because there's only what 4 or 5. I think there's 5 seasons.
Yeah, that's
So I've
right.
seen all of those.
Leslie Nielsen did toy with horror here with Prom Night. That's a good point, James. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, well, so a Canadian film. He's a Canadian actor.
I saw somebody in one of our groups got a signed Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2 poster signed by Michael Ironside. I was like, Michael Ironside was in that? I didn't remember that.
Yeah, he was the dad. He was the one in the beginning who was the young kid that actually ended up starting the fire that killed Mary Lou. And then she comes back and that has probably one of the best friggin' frontal nudity scenes in horror, man. Maybe the girl's where she's all possessed, she's walking around nude, great body, and then she gets in the shower with the other girl, and they're like teetering on a lesbian scene. And I was like, yes,
yeah, split personality. Yeah, okay. Oh, Colin, you've seen it too. Yeah, that episode sticks out because remember you were hit it big if you were guest starring in an episode. It seemed that was when Pesci was really on top.
Well, Tales from the Crypt, man, that was back in the day, was big.
I see Leslie Nielsen doesn't have his muscular body like remember the Naked Gun.
Yeah, I have to get the box set of Tales from the Crypt. I have the only ones I have. I have the Twilight Zone box set. I have the Tales from the Dark Side box set. I have to get the Tales from the Crypt one.
I'm missing the last 2 seasons of Tales from the Crypt. I was buying them slowly over time. FYE had them so cheap every time I went.
The Tales from the Crypt episode of Ed Begley Jr. banging Tim Curry wasn't bad.
Oh God!
This one I do remember. Tales from the Crypt episode where in What's Cooking with Christopher Reeve. It's classic. Still cannot believe he's dead.
No, the one with the short little old lady from Poltergeist. Did you see that episode where she's got the daughter?
That was good too. Yeah, that one I did see.
Oh, and didn't Arnold like co-hosted one? I remember him being in something with Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, if you forget how many big people were in it, because it was such a popular thing at the time.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg did an episode, right?
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Richard Donner produced them. Yeah, Richard Donner. Yeah. And Richard Donner, he directed several Twilight Zone episodes. You
got the one episode with the old couple where the wife, or the old lady, is like stuffing all the pets and stuff, and she stuffs the husband at the end.
Mm-hmm. Twilight Zone is my favorite TV. Oh God, see,
so it was the one with Tim Curry then. Okay.
I love Alfred Hitchcock Presents. I have not seen them all, but I got hooked on them. You know when I started watching them when Nick at Night started putting it on again, and I started watching them and loved them.
Yeah, Travis, Zelda had that voice. There's no doubt. I love that gunshot.
All are welcome. Go into the light. Yes, it is like nails on a chalkboard.
Must kill Lieutenant Frank Drebin.
Yeah. Yeah. I must kill Pap Schmear.
It's weird seeing Leslie Nielsen freaked out.
Yeah. And I get when he opens that door and he starts laughing, that's just awesome. I love that laugh.
Yeah, they use those colors on the lenses here.
Yeah.
The lighting.
I love that. Love it. And actually, there they are too. I put them on our background tonight.
I like laughing. He's laughing. We're all having a good time.
I can hold my breath for a long time. Nice headshot, Richard. Yeah.
His face is like, ooh.
He freaked out more when he saw Anna Nicole's penis. That's right.
Oh yeah, his face when he's in the shadow. Oh.
The shadow, and he was like, oh!
I was like, when he sticks the fire hose in the guy's mouth. Is that the second Naked Gun in the hallway?
The second one. Actually, the one with Tim Curry was Death of Some Salesman. The one that you're thinking of is the switch with the late Kelly Preston.
Jesus. I thought this was the guy in Halloween 5 at Jamie's place at first when I saw that.
I never put that together.
That gets her out of the basement.
Yeah. Come on down. Come on.
What are you doing down here?
You're looking all over the place for you. There was a story recently of an elderly actress claiming Arnold sat on her face and farted during End of Days.
What?
Really? I haven't heard that one.
Oh, there's Father Malone.
What's your claim to fame? Well, I had Arnold Schwarzenegger fart in my face. And this actor, whose name is escaping me right now, who was playing Dexter Stanley, was in one of the best episodes of Tales from the Dark Side too, which was basically almost like a ripoff of The Crate, because he had that creature living inside the little small tiny door. Do you remember that episode where he's a professor at a college and he's renting out the room, and the girl keeps saying, what's in that little door, and she hears stuff, and then eventually turns out that it's a little creature, sort of like a crate. Fritz Weaver, that's his name. Thank you.
Forgot how much I liked Hal Holbrook in the One Dirty Harry movie, Magnum Force. He's like the dirty cop. So good.
Great movie. I like when he shoots her. Everything's fine. Everything's just fine, Wilma. Just tell him to call you Billy. Let's tell him to call you Billy. Yes, Fritz Weaver. Great. He's been in a ton of stuff. Have you seen the episode of South Park where Stan's dad, Randy, grows a crop of weed called Halloween Special, and they keep playing Creepshow music and using the red and blue lighting? No. I've not seen it. I admittedly haven't watched a lot. I used to watch it a lot in the beginning of South Park. If my son was here, he's probably seen every single episode. South Park junkie.
You think about it, James. Adrienne Barbeau, most of her damage was just done in the 80s.
Was in the 80s, that's it. Well, 70s, because 70s she was Maud's daughter, B. Arthur's daughter on Maud. So, and B. Arthur and Maud was a top-rated show.
Played a lot of good roles. She played a bitch. She played a great female lead in The Fog.
You get to see her knockers and Swamp Thing.
Yeah. Maggie in Escape from New York.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, the other movie might be in the 90s, Two Evil Eyes, or maybe it's late 80s.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I think it's late 80s. Well, if Henry got it up once in a while, Billy would be more happy. Well, that could be it. You never know. Here's a little limp dick, and she drinks to deal with it.
No, Shane's asking about that Twilight Zone book. I think Frank and Darren talked about it on one of their streams. I will probably get it and read it. It's an unfortunate situation, but
yeah,
you're curious. It piques curiosity for whatever reason.
Well, you can basically see there's always footage of it on YouTube if you look it up on YouTube. Usually you can see
films.
It. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, I haven't watched South Park, and once I got rid of cable, I lost all those channels to watch all that shit.
Yeah, she's the voice of
1990.
Catwoman. That's right. Two Evil Eyes is 90, Colin? Okay.
You guys watch Batman, the animated series. She was the voice of Catwoman. That's right.
What are you doing down here?
It does really remind him. Yeah, I never put that together.
Yes, the mother of Cody Carpenter.
Yeah, that's Cody Carpenter's mom. So she was in Sons of Anarchy. I never watched it.
Peggy Bundy was.
I know Peggy Bundy was in there. I didn't really watch the show. Nothing against. I just not enough time in the day to watch too many things. Everything I want to see. That's awesome. Not a thing, Walmer.
He just puts the gun back.
Great shot. Everybody's like, it's awesome. And he's like, bullseye. It's on Max. I had a trial. I wonder if I still have that.
I started watching it again since COVID because they had some great episodes about the pandemic. But probably like a good 6-7 years before the pandemic, I didn't watch any of them. I think the last one I ended up watching, Bill, was the Red Rocket one. Red Rocket.
Miriam Margolyes, the actress who played Professor Sprout in Harry Potter, is the one Arnold farted on. Really? I admittedly have not seen the Harry Potter movies and just never had any interest in seeing them. It's just not my thing. I know they were wildly popular, but my son, big Harry Potter person, read all the books, loves that stuff, but all that wizardry and all that type of stuff never interests me.
Oh, come on. Sorry.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you're still watching the game. Hal Holbrook's son appeared in the sequel in the first story as one of the armed robbers.
Yeah.
What are we talking? What movie are we talking about? Hal Holbrook's son appeared in the sequel in the first story as
Creepshow 2, the beginning. Remember George Kennedy and his wife?
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I guess he was obviously not the Indian guy with the long hair. It was the other guy. Professor Short now. Yeah. I'm like having a face full of Arnold's ass, huh? He needed his quarter. Yeah, this is 1982 when you could put a quarter and get a bottle of Coke in a machine. Were there any characters in Twilight Zone who appeared more than once in a different story? No, not that I remember. Not characters, but actors, yes, in multiple episodes. But I don't remember any characters. Only one that comes to mind, but it's actually not in the original, is if you guys remember A Nice Place to Live, where the little kid has all the powers and he's evil. It's actually Bill Mummy from Lost in Space. They actually do a sequel to that. It's like Still a Good Life. I think it was in the Twilight Zone reboot in the 80s. But that's the only one that's coming to mind where they actually had the same characters, but it was obviously the reboot. But I don't remember any character crossover from one episode to another. I could be wrong, but I don't remember it. Now, actors and actresses, tons of them were in Twilight Zone episodes, from Burgess Meredith to that was in multiple ones, and Jack Klugman from Odd Couple was in tons of them. Yeah, that made my list when I did my ranking. Yeah, he was an Obsolete Man with Burgess Meredith. Great episodes. It was one of my top 10 episodes. And it's creepy the way it's very relevant these days. So anybody out there hasn't seen The Obsolete Man, go check it out. It's a very eye-opening episode. Meteor shit. $2. Yeah, every place around by me, you can't get something out of the soda machine for unless it's like $2.50. Yeah, when we did our ranking of the horror anthology movies, actually, check it out. Just uploaded it this morning. Body Bags. I think I made all of our lists because we're all big Carpenter fans. So yeah, Body Bags was all on all of our lists. This is he strangles her. Loved in Third Rock when Dick and the big giant head both freak out thinking they see something on the plane. Oh God. Yeah, and for those that, if you guys have watched the third Rock from the Sun, I love that show. It was such a great show. And when you finally get to meet the big giant head, and the big giant head is Shatner, and they both freak out when they're talking about seeing something on a plane, and it's a whole reference because the fact is, Lithgow did the remake of Nightmare at 30,000 Feet, and of course Shatner was in the original. So it was just, I remember watching that, and I was like, classic. Have you seen Scarlet Fry's Junk Food Horror Fest?
What the hell's that?
What is that? I never heard of that. What is it? Is it like a anthology type thing, or what is that? I've never heard of that. Yeah, I can't hear it. I want my $2. Better off dead. We got to add that to one of our comedy watch-alongs.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, dude. I like Cat's Eye. It is a
20,000
friendlier
feet.
version
Yeah.
of Creepshow.
I didn't say 20,000. What did I say? What was that?
No, Slasher Fred was saying Cat's Eye. Remember, that was one of the ones I picked for anthology.
Yeah, he
lighter.
It's I honestly forgot about that. That was a great choice. Just like I forgot the Masters of Horror. Because usually I'll admittedly Google to get an idea to make sure I don't miss something when I'm doing top fives. But I was so busy, I didn't do that, so I completely forgot about that. I would have put Masters of Horror on the list.
And Bill, yeah, good night, bud. We'll see ya. Yeah, you got an early that roofing job.
Yeah, Bill gets up at the ass crack of dawn.
Construction, baby.
Yeah. Bill, have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. And like we said, if it comes to fruition that there's a Chalice figure,
Yeah.
we'll make sure one of us get it for you.
Oh, hey. How do you draw a blank? Oh, God. Brain fart. Sorry. Just going to tell you something. Oh, no. Body bags. Weren't we talking about doing body bags since we're hitting all the anthology movies?
Yeah, we got to do. Yeah, so let's do Creepshow 2, and then we can do body bags right after that.
Yeah,
so
Bill.
Grindhouse, it's a lower budget anthology with Alice Cooper's daughter beating a guy with a baseball bat in the beginning. Really?
Yeah, Bill was cool, man.
I did not know that.
He was all into seeing Joe Bob Briggs and Sven Gulli together on the panel, which was quite cool to hear them talk and reminisce. So ended up meeting Bill and his family in that panel at Flashback Weekend. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to see a Twilight Zone too. But after what happened in the original one, I mean, they feel like it was cursed, so I'm sure they would never want to touch it.
Colin, if you're up for it, bud, we should have you on for that next time.
Yeah, we do. If we do, because next week we'll do Creepshow. 2 weeks we'll do body bags, and if your
work schedule
Colin,
lets it fit,
come on and you can join us. That'd be fun.
Yeah, Pat and I discussed. I can only do Mondays right now, unless we do like a Wednesday or Thursday down the road. But yeah, Tuesday we were doing them Tuesdays, but Tuesdays is rough in my spot right now. So.
And Mondays work nice because you know what? Mondays blow, so it's nice to have something to look forward to. Hey, Joe the horror guy. What's up?
Hey, Joe.
But I'm going to go back to this. So this lower budget with Alice Cooper's daughter being a guy. What is that on? The Grindhouse? Where is that? Where can I find that? Because I'd be interested to check that out.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Doing good, Joe. Hope you're doing well, man.
I need something cold soda.
This building, the interiors of this looks like something else was shot in there. Looks familiar. At least the hallway where they were just in.
Very very OG Nightmare on Elm Street
Part
looking.
3. Dream Warriors.
No, I like the OG, really. It's pretty far out, Doc. Oh yeah, James.
Yeah, that's right. Pretty far out.
James is. Thanks for like I said before. Thanks for the heads up. So I did put that on the calendar. So the 17th of October, we'll be watching that because that'll be the hard to believe 30th anniversary of the remake. And like I said, it's easily my favorite of the remakes of the horror remakes. That Vic Morrow's thing is way too depressing now. So one story I wish they had finished to keep the original ending, which was supposed to be a happy ending. Yeah.
I really like the Evil Dead remake, even though I know it's kind of different than Sam Raimi's original one. But
there's plenty that remember when we went over the ones that we liked. There's a lot of decent ones. I mean, look at the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That's I think it came in number 2 for me.
I really wish the Fright Night remake wasn't called Fright Night because it's not that bad either.
Yeah.
What do we say our worst ones were? What were we just saying? You were saying Psycho.
Oh, right? Psycho was easily the worst of Psycho.
Fog.
Fog. Yeah, Fog and Psycho could easily be tied for first. Let's see. There was an underrated film. There was an underrated film called Fright, which came out 7 years before Halloween, and it was also about a babysitter being terrorized by an escaped lunatic. I did not know. I'm going to write that down. See, you guys are awesome because you're always giving me shit to look up, and I like that. Stuff I haven't seen or heard. Fright. Definitely want to check that out. So 7 years before. So 7 years before would be 71. So that predates Black Christmas by 3 years too.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, James, good one. That was a good remake.
Dawn of the Dead, great remake. Great remake.
And the Blob remake's good.
The Blob is another good remake. I can even argue Halloween is even the Rob Zombie Halloween. I don't hate it. Like if we did like a top 10, it'd probably be on my top 10. It wouldn't be towards the top, but it's tolerable compared to some of the real shitty ones. Scarefest. What is that, Joseph? I know you've been talking about that because Danielle Harris is going to be there. When is Scarefest? Should be coming up soon, right? Oh, greetings from. So you said you found that on a box set called Decrepit Crypt of Nightmares. What is that? Wow. What else is on that? Let me check it out. Decrepit?
This is something else.
Of Nightmares. It's definitely interesting. Thank you for that. Love suggestions.
This is, oh God.
Oh, my daughter must be home from work. I can hear the puppies barking. Have you guys read the Halloween 30 Years of Terror anthology comic? I have it, but I don't honestly know if I've ever read it. In the story, the bigot was supposed to save 2 Vietnam kids and realized that just because someone doesn't think like them doesn't make exactly. Yep, and that's why he was bringing them. He was saving them, and that's when everything just went south.
Yeah, Night of Living Dead remakes, good stuff. Oh, there it goes.
It's what do they call this? They call it, was it Fluffy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Fluffy. They call it Fluffy.
I'm thinking of Trading Places. Paul Gleason's got. You imagine this thing in the Paul Gleason when he's got them all in the suit?
Oh, yeah, the suit, yeah.
I think that one's the female. Female. Clarence speaks.
Gorilla, I'm an ape, you clown. You guys ever see the classic
film? Yeah, Night of the Living Dead's a good remake too, guys. Good call.
Sorry, wrong number. That movie was basically the inspiration for the classic obscene.
That's
Sorry,
one
wrong
of the
number.
better
Yeah.
remakes that's close to being like identical close. Not all the way through, but that's
Yeah.
very close to it.
See. So it's Las Vegas. There's what's another one here? It also has in that set. It also has Las Vegas Bloodbath. You can smell the coke and shame in that one. That you got me really interested. I think I'm looking forward to checking that out. You know, it's about time Zombies theatrical cut of Halloween comes out. Yeah, right. It's weird how the theatrical version of a movie is that hard to get a hold of, and it's the director's cut that's the easier one. And talk about a sinister plot. A way to get rid of your wife if you wanted to kill your wife, and with no trace, none.
Freaking boot the booze.
He gets him all drunk and he passes out. You guys have a movie you knew for the TV version for so. You guys have a movie you knew for the TV version for so long that when you saw the unedited version, it threw you off. No, I could say I've had the reverse because I remember the first
Halloween
time I saw not just Halloween, even before that, but I remember seeing the TV cut of Halloween. I'm when it first premiered and I'm watching it, and then you see the scene where Loomis is sitting in that auditorium with the two doctors, and they're talking about, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
and then and then they did that, and then the whole scene at Laurie's house, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? I had no clue.
I think, see, Pat, I would probably be that if you and I were, obviously you've got a couple of years on me, where Halloween 2, obviously, remember you and I talked about that when Rhonda Shear, Up All Night, or whenever
All Night,
played them on the horror, that must have been the early 90s. And they were showing these, the scenes were out of order, and there was alternate takes.
Yeah, I watched. I actually was it? I don't know if it was Up All Night or it was right on it. It could have been. I don't remember. But I just remember because you got to remember because as I got older, I was always going out and hanging out with my friends. So I just happened to. I think it was around the ship because there was a reason why you watched around the ship because she made you get up all night because she was hot as hell. And I just remember why it was on. What is that? FX? Is that what the channel? No, USA Up All Night. USA. FX used to show Halloween 2 all the time too, because I do remember seeing it on FX. But yeah, I remember watching it, and I'm just like, and I remember telling my friend Pat, shout out to my friend Pat, the one I'm going to meet up with in San Diego. I told you that I grew up with. That's a big Halloween fan, and he's been to all the conventions too, out there. And I told him about it. He's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "You never seen the TV cut?" He hadn't seen it, so I gave him a tape of it, because I had recorded it. And he was like, "What the hell is that?" I said, "I know. It's all out of order. There's different scenes. Yeah, it's crazy."
We didn't see it with, obviously, 3, 4, and 5. And, 6 has got a producer's cut, obviously. But remember, H2O has a TV version, too.
H2O has a TV version, yes. But, yeah, that was just crazy. Yeah, so I don't remember. I can't think of a movie that I saw on TV that was cut, and then I went and saw the actual movie. I really don't.
Yeah,
but
I'm having a
I just remember
something too.
Yeah, those two were definitely the biggest ones that I remember seeing on TV after I saw them in their theatrical run and being like, "What the hell is this?"
I remember watching like Slapshot and Major League like cut up. I'm like, I can't watch these movies like this.
Yes, yeah, it's not worth it. And Halloween, basically, they really didn't cut anything out of it. All they did was alter they just altered the shot so that she's below the camera.
Yeah.
So her tits are below the camera because there's no cursing that I remember.
Gonna
and
light
and
your
all,
ass up, meat.
and there's just a sexual innuendos or whatever. So yeah, they could pretty much show it in its entirety. But I just remember the screen just being raised, so to speak, so you couldn't see PJ Souls' tits.
God, it's like a bloodbath.
Just imagine Billy yelling at Fluffy like she does with Harry, and he drowns himself on his own. You ever listen to Rob Zombie's remake of the classic disco song Boogeyman? It has the sound clip from the original Halloween of Lonnie and his gang saying the Boogeyman is coming. No, I never heard it, honestly. I have to check it out.
Slasher Fred, I thought they are the same house. I could be wrong. I thought it was the same house.
I think it is.
Because yeah, that's right near New Trier High School, right near where the Murray brothers are from in the Wilmette, Winnetka area. So, sorry, now I'm bringing back my area.
Well, honestly, I don't think I've ever remember seeing Planes, Trains, and Automobiles on TV. I always watched it either on like HBO or something.
You know what's funny about that movie? I will tell you one thing. I never saw the beginning of the movie for a long time. I always missed the opening scene with Kevin, or the first scene with Kevin Bacon in it. And I'm like, Kevin Bacon's in this movie? I watched it like 3 or 4 times without seeing the beginning. Wild.
Tell you though, Adrienne Barbeau, man, she was a looker.
Oh, hell yeah.
I saw Travis. I saw Horrible Bosses on TV so many times. Colin Farrell's scenes must have been so vulgar that nearly every single of his scenes were removed.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of one. The first Terminator movie.
First, what's the most butchered TV? I don't know. I have to think, but yeah, Terminator. Probably. I don't even think I've ever seen the Terminator on TV.
Yeah,
to be honest
when
with you.
he's taking his eye out and all that, that scene just it grossed me out when I was so little seeing that.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously you had the sex scene with them.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of what the hell was butchered so badly. Because I admittedly don't really watch too many movies on TV back then. I have to think about that. That's a good question, though. Watched HBO, huh? Any movies in your opinion get ruined when they play on TV? Step Brothers comes to mind. Oh, such a great movie.
Yeah, that's a good example, Frank. Step Brothers.
Yeah, they have to hack that thing apart, I'm sure.
Like Bad Santa's probably another one. For me, at least. Billy Bob's just...
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a movie that they hacked apart so bad that I really can't think of one off the top of my head. I'm sure they're there. Masculine Verse. I love 9 to 5. That's such a great movie. All of Us is like a masculine version.
Stripes just has a few scenes. There's not as much language, right?
Well, Stripes
a lot.
Well, really, there's not. I mean, what are they going to cut? Obviously, they have to cut the whole scene with the mud wrestling and Stripes. And the only cursing I can think of is John Larroquette. You know, shut the fuck up, or who the fuck took my truck? You know.
You know what? 48 Hours gets on national television was bad when I was a kid. I remember that.
Oh, I can see that. I'm sure. Yeah.
That's almost kind of rough now with the way Nick Nolte talks to Eddie Murphy.
Oh, yeah, you can't see that shit now. Lethal Weapon was hilarious when it first aired in the UK. That Riggs line, and this is a real fucking gun, was changed to this is a real firing gun. There was loads of other ones. Oh, yeah. I love when they would, instead of just bleeping it, they just put another word in there. And like usually, I'm just trying to remember some movies like where somebody would say fucking, it would say flipping. You know, like flipping this and flipping you and flipping that.
I do know I'm getting in trouble for impersonating Beetlejuice with the obvious scene when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. Nice fucking model. Oh, Blazing Saddles, you'll never see on TV ever. No more. Never. The only way you're going to see that is if you own the DVD, like I do. And you'll never see a movie like that again, which is a shame because it's just, it's just meant to be in good fun.
Yeah.
And this is great when he's trying to he can't stop laughing because
what he's about to do.
He's like totally blows it. He's totally got a poker face. I saw Idle Hands on TV. Go straight from Devon Sauer crushed with the car, the credits, skipping the hospital scene. Thought the movie was more morbid than it was for so long. Really, you saw it on TV. Oh God, we love Idle Hands. Did we do a watch along of Idle Hands not long ago? I know we reviewed it.
We did.
Yeah, good movie.
Very good. Early Jessica Alba. That's shot in the Pasadena area.
Yeah. Hot Tub Time Machine actually has an almost equally funny TV version. You can clearly tell all the actors did their dubbing and had fun doing it. Really?
Oh, you know what? I was curious in this chat because I don't think we talked about it with anybody last night in the chat. Anybody get any stuff from Trick or Treat Studios before it's gone from 2 and 3?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So for those that weren't paying attention last night or haven't seen anybody's posts in the Halloween groups
or Trick or Treat Studios posts,
was Trick or Treat Studios posts. Yeah, that they're losing the license to H2 and 3. So whatever they have is all they're going to have, and they ain't going to be no more. So go buy it up.
Yep, Universal's going to
get in there, you bitch. This is awesome. Wake up.
Good. Alert, you got the masks? Okay, cool.
Awesome. You ordered the masks. I ordered the H3 figures because I was avoiding spending that money, but I had to because I didn't want to lose out on them. And one thing I never got was the actual the Tots H2 pumpkin, the light up pumpkin.
The light up pumpkin, yeah.
I have the first move. I have the original Halloween light up pumpkin. I didn't have the H2, so I was saying out for like $17.
Is this John Carpenter like around this time? Like, let me play my Atari game and watch NBA.
Clown mask from H4. I don't have the clown mask. That's one thing I don't have from H4. It's out there, but I've never got it. Slasher Fred, I remember when back in the early 2000s, there used to be an extended cut of Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which had some added scenes, including where Debbie reveals to be Mike her fears of clowns. No, I don't remember seeing an extended cut of that. Interesting.
You got a lot of H4 lovers, Joseph. There's nothing wrong with that. It's good.
Yeah. There's Fluffy. I love when he looks. He's like, "Thank you." He's just chewing on Adrian, but just tell her to call you Billy.
Now he's just got to lock it up, right?
Yep. That's just crazy. Flawless way to get rid of your wife, if you want to.
Female. Did they come out with like a figure of this or no? Of Fluffy?
I thought I saw somewhere they did.
Or they did something.
So I remember when I was looking at images to put together this, I thought I saw a Fluffy figure. Let me see. Creepshow Fluffy figure. Yeah, there's... Looks like there is. Let's see who's making them. I don't know who's making them, but they're here. definitely there's a few out there. Let's see images. Hold on. What's that TV version of Happy Gilmore adds a scene where Happy finds out about Ben Stiller abusing his grandmother and throws through a window
that's
and
true.
no one else. Oh. Well, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen it on TV, Happy Gilmore. So I don't remember really watching a lot of movies for that reason, because I hated when they get cut up. And we always had cable, so I'm like, because 9 out of 10 times I watched the movies on like HBO or Skinamax.
It's called Monstars Creepshow, The Crate. Okay. See one on the internet right now. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them, more than I thought there'd be. Let me. Like the two human beings and Wilma. Hey, brave man trying to deal with that thing now. Well, I don't understand why, I would have. Remember, they took all those screws out, those nails out of it. So he should have just nailed that thing shut, even though it does disintegrate, basically, when it goes down the bottom of the well.
Look at that shot.
Or you got to keep your mouth shut.
This is great. Yeah, Hal Holbrook lived pretty late. I think did he get to the 90s? Maybe he got to the late 80s.
I think he got into his 80s. I don't think he made it to the 90s. Anybody notice the music in the background here is the same as the end credits from Dawn of the Dead 78? That would make sense. I never noticed it, though. That's a good call.
You and I are way off. He died January 2021. He was 95.
Was he that old? I knew he was old, but wow, God bless him. I didn't know he was 95. Good for him. We should all be so
all
lucky.
He did was TV shows towards the end, God, he was in a handful of Sons of Anarchy episodes.
Dumb question, but which mask is used on the Halloween 4 to 5 poster? Well, it's supposed to be the OG mask, that's for sure. That's what they modeled it after.
That's easily that's my favorite poster of the series. I love the first one, don't get me wrong, but
yeah, me too.
H4 poster is just awesome.
And the biggest scam of the series too, because you thought you were going to get that mask, and then you had the white Ronald McDonald mask.
I guess you could say you thought you were going to get the Wallace house too, but
this is true. Yeah, that's a big scam too. You think you could exactly ain't getting a Wallace house. This is great. Just bust it open. Well, of course. Well, you expect the wood's just going to rot in the water.
And God knows what that thing would do.
Fluffy. Oh, so he played Katie Seagal's father.
Played Peggy's father in the show. Okay.
Nice. Did not know that. Like I said, I really don't watch. I never.
And I got to be honest with you guys, I could probably go without this one. Just my.
Oh yeah, I know you're not the biggest fan of this one.
That's just bugs and stuff. It's just like E.G. Marshall, though. Hey. Ellen's father in Christmas Vacation, right?
Yeah. Grandpa, he worked real hard at it. So did washing machines.
A one-way ticket to the nut house, isn't that what he says to Clark?
What is it? Is it your one-way ticket to the nut house?
Yeah.
I like when he says, Grandpa, he worked real hard on this. So the washing machines.
I'm freezing my baguettes off.
I'm freezing my baguettes off. Let him get his own right. I need to eat so I can take my back pill.
I just love. It was an ugly tree, anyways. At least it's out of its misery.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say we've seen Christmas Vacation enough times, huh? We can say the entire thing. Oh, that's right. This is Frank's favorite episode.
He does a good job though. This actor though, E.G. Marshall in this, he's plays a good nut. Yeah, Pat. I think it's just the bugs with me. That's all. Like people can watch like Arachnophobia.
I love this because he plays such a great prick in it. He's so perfect as it.
Look at his hair.
Seriously, I have to buzz my head because I'm starting to look like friggin' E.G. Marshall.
Pat, you should just grow it out until the end of next month.
I'm telling you. Well, when I wake up in the morning, I'm starting to look like Larry Fine from the Three Stooges.
Oh God.
There was an Ewok movie called Battle for Endor with Wilfred Brimley, and the poster has a Rob Lowe-looking gun-wielding dude front and center who appears nowhere in the movie. Huge scam. Really? Interesting. I've never seen it, admittedly. I have to ask my son about it. He knows everything about Star Wars.
Yeah, I'd do a Creepshow 2 next week. That'll be fun.
Oh, hell yeah. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Thanks for the ride, lady.
No, man, thanks for the ride. I hit this guy. Then I hit him again and again.
Some guy got creamed.
Some guy got creamed back there.
Oh, come on, give me the fucking sword.
Well, could you imagine? You have a penthouse apartment and freaking cockroaches. I'd be pissed too.
You little cockroaches.
Loathe them. Oh, surprise guest.
My guys.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like a nut.
What's up, guys?
What's going
Hi,
on, brother?
Joe.
How was the volleyball game? Did the team win?
They did. They went to what do you call it, 3 games or whatever. So they won the third one. So they won the match.
Did they have to win by 2?
Yeah. Well, the last one, the first 2, they go by up to 25, and then the deciding game they go up to 15. So the last game they won 15 to like 6 or something like that.
Now this is high school, right?
Yes, seventh graders, but my daughter's on the A team or something.
Now, at that age, because I remember when I played, is there like ever the girls executing it where the ball falls, drops between them, thinking one of them's got it and it doesn't?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I hated that. That's why I didn't like playing anymore.
They're kind of in that. They got some pretty good, like they got some pretty tall girls, so like they're pretty good. These girls are good. Like my daughter's like, she's just one of the smaller ones, but she's real good at like, digging in and getting the ball from underneath and stuff, and it's so good. They get really competitive.
Hi, Joseph.
How was the movie, guys? Hey, Colin.
It's good. We're right at the last one. It just started.
Upson Pratt.
Oh, y'all really? It's on the last one?
Yeah, it just started. Upson Pratt.
We asked him. Well, I don't know if Colin committed, but we asked him about doing body bags in a couple of weeks. We were just thinking about it.
Oh, that's badass.
If he's around, if not, no worries. We'll cover it.
Body bags rocks ass.
E.G. Marshall used to do a radio. Yes, I did know that. Radio. He used to do radio. He was big into radio before he got to acting. That I do remember.
He's radio. I got the Cuba Gooding Jr. movie going.
Bugs. I hate bugs. Oh, freaking yesterday. So I was playing that outdoor party yesterday with the band, and I freaking got fucking stung on my arm by a bee while I was right before I was playing.
A fucking bee? Seriously?
Son of a bitch. I'm sitting there, and the bees were real bad, so we kept looking around them like there must have been a hive somewhere, and we kept swatting them away, and I'm sitting there, and I didn't even swat at it. It just came and fucking landed. You know, like how fast they are? Went right onto my arm and started fucking stinging me, and I got it off just in time, so the stinger wasn't in there. I'm like, you motherfucker, you.
That's funny. I'm going through my phone looking at the comments.
You're doing like you do like the Will Ferrell in the basketball movie where he's swinging his hands. Can't stop my hands from swinging.
Oh yeah.
Love me sexy.
Let's see. Hey, greetings from the Grindhouse. Hey Joe, how are you? Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's see. Shane Bennett. Hey Shane, what's up, buddy? See, Mr. Travis Mitchell, how's it going, brother? Y'all doing all right? Y'all hanging out with my boys, having a good time?
Yeah, we had some great conversations here. It's been fun.
That's awesome, man.
The most expensive thing in the movie was a cockroach, which cost 50 cents each. Really? Oh, there's a lot of them in here.
We got a few of our H45 comrades in here too.
That's crazy.
That's right. He was in 12 Angry Men. That's right.
I remember him in Absolute Power. That was one of his later movies with the Clint Eastwood movie. Gene Hackman, Judy Davis.
That is too awesome. What's on the I can't remember what's on the agenda for the rest of this week? Nothing?
Not until a podcast on Sunday. So we'll group and do something for next week. And since we had the cosplays on yesterday, we'll do collectors next week. So any collectors in the chat want to come on and show up your collection? I do have a bunch of people when I did put it out there that I put them on a list. This always irked me when he's making like this shake or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you see all the bugs and then
Fucking gross.
Gross as hell.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a movie. I know my dad. I saw H.E. Marshall in all the time. Remember the movie Tora Tora Tora? He's in that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'll remember that.
He's in a Tales from the Dark Side episode, Pat.
Yep.
He plays a priest.
He plays a priest. I like that. I don't give a fuck if you decide to take your kids to Attica, Reynolds. I like when the guy comes up. He's like, and he's talking through the glass thing through the door. Hello, Mr. Pratt.
Holy shit! How could we forget? He is the president in Superman 2. Shit! I did not remember that.
I didn't. You got me, man. I did not remember that. I forgot about that. I had to go back and watch Superman 2. That's such a great movie. Even 3 with Richard Pryor was kind of funny.
Oh, yeah, I think you and I have talked about it. I've got another little guilty pleasure for some parts in that movie. I like it more than the fourth one.
Oh yeah, but that was such a big thing at the time that like really Richard Pryor in a freaking Superman movie.
Well, the fourth one went to Canon. I don't even think it was a Warner Brothers movie. So you know what happened with Canon at that time? Canon was just like secondary, you know.
Did we lose Joe? Joe, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you went completely black. There you are.
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to allow my comments.
I think Canon did all the Critters movies too, didn't they? Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't remember. Yeah, Superman 3 and 4. Yeah, Superman 3 was weird because it was weird to see, Richard Pryor is almost sort of like evil because of what he was doing at the time. But then, of course, he redeems himself. But
yeah, you got the evil Superman. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, really? I just watched Superman 3 about a week ago. Yeah, I completely forgot.
And what do you call the woman that gets all the shit? She gets caught in the machine and she becomes like the crazy monster at the end. Remember that?
I forget.
She gets like stuck in the machine.
Yep. Oh, Joe's commented. Superman rocks ass.
It's not straight up ass cheeks. It rocks.
Rocks ass.
There it is. Good evening there, Mr. Pratt. You got the bugs again?
Yeah, remember, what was it? The great Robert Vaughn, right? He was in Superman 3. Wasn't he the main villain?
Mm-hmm. There you go. Greetings from the Grindhouse. Canon did Superman 4, which blew the budget to hell.
Yeah, because you could see like the ropes from them flying in a couple scenes.
Yeah,
when they put that to HD. It's like, God.
Thank you, Mr. Pratt, sir. This is Katzenjammer.
I love that fight in Times Square in Superman 2, though. Remember, he hits that one. I don't think it's Zod. I think it's one of the other guys. He hits him with the flag or the pole, right? Wow, home run.
Yes. That is just
Gene,
God, such a
Gene
great
Hackman
film.
was so good in that. Superman, thank God. I mean, get him.
Pamela, yes. Forgot about that. Pamela Stevenson was hot as hell in Superman 3. Yes.
It's the blonde, right?
Oh, for real.
Yep.
If I could nail
Drunk-
on the head, Colin.
Drunk Superman flicking peanuts at beer bottles, and Superman and Clark Kent kicking each other's ass in the junkyard is great.
They put him on the line, right, in the junkyard.
Mm-hmm. I have to go back and revisit those two. I've seen Superman 2 and 3, and God, it's so freaking
Don't
long.
you remember he crushes Clark Kent's glasses with his hands? I'm like, you a dick.
Yeah.
You dick!
Between that, Over the Top, and Masters, that was your death knell for canon. Yeah. Yeah. But they've all found life, and they're all considered classics now. But at the
that
time,
was the other song.
at the time they were buried.
Bill wanted to know if they played the Over the Top song that Kenny Loggins had.
Meet me halfway. Is that the one?
You know it.
That little kid was such a crybaby bitch.
Oh, yeah. I didn't like him. He needed to get his ass kicked.
Dad. The movie, that kid was horrible.
So wow.
He was in something else.
I'm looking at the time, and I forgot that this movie is 2 hours long. Because I'm like, wow, we've been on over 2 hours. I'm like, oh shit, that's right. I forgot Creepshow. It's pretty much dead on at 2 hours. The Ups and Pratt.
It's 120 minutes, man. That's long as hell.
I forgot about it. You know, they usually go by so fast, watch-alongs, because we have so much fun, not only just watching the film, but just chatting with everybody. And like, holy crap, man, we've been on for 2 hours. It goes quick.
Yes, it does.
I see you wearing the Rock Under Armour shirt there, Brett. I see you.
That's my awesome hoodie one, you know?
Dude.
Oh, it's a hoodie.
Fucking sweet, bro. The Rock. I love the Rock shit, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just wish his shit wasn't so damn expensive. Lisa got me for Father's Day. They clearanced off. He had an exclusive camo colored shoe from with Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
I don't know if I showed them to you. I should show them to you off air sometime. They're really nice.
Oh, I saw you post a picture. You were doing
Awesome,
that.
dude.
So I have to go check out the Donner cut of Superman 2. I've not seen it.
You
haven't seen it? Oh yeah.
No.
You ever try his Terramana, his tequila?
I did. Yeah, we have it here.
Open number one. Did it open number one? I didn't know that.
One of the recipes that we make sea scallops with. I use a shot of tequila when I'm making them.
Nice.
Oh, you going to bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye. Hi.
Hi, Taylor. Good night.
Good night,
Bye.
princess.
I'll be up in a little bit. Okay.
Bye. Okay.
Bye.
We're ready to go upstairs.
Okay.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
She's a sweetie.
She is. She's
Over the Top is almost decent, but they couldn't figure out that arm wrestling is a lot to make. Yeah, exactly. I like Over the Top though. I always did.
Or she went to her first horror convention here recently. She enjoyed it. I'm like, yeah. She wants to buy everything though.
You're
Can't do that.
you're
Oh,
creating.
that's what they do at that age.
creating a mini monster version of yourself.
You have to have a partner in crime like I do. I have my son. He's
Yeah.
my partner in crime.
That's right, buddy.
What was it? We got William Cott to sign my house poster, and she's just like, "Dad, can I watch this movie?" I'm like, that actually might not be one of the ones that would be as bad to watch.
Yeah. It's not really
Oh, yeah.
gory or anything.
Yeah. That is awesome.
Yeah, House is a good time. That'll probably be one we'll watch down the road here too.
Yeah. The Masters of the Universe movie, not bad. Who just did? The Agnek guys just did a review of that. Actually, I think that's what one of the nights they got they got taken. The stream got taken down because they got shown too much of it, if I remember correctly. Cat got you done.
You know, if you guys are still talking, I'm just gonna say goodnight to them, and then I'll be back on. I'll stay on here.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
we're gonna chat away. This is just bugs. Just anything with bugs, especially cockroaches.
Fuck yeah, dude. When at work today, I was I was doing an appointment, right? And we've been having some bug problems. So I'm having an appointment with a patient, and fucking a roach just walks right in front of us, real badass.
Did they really?
And the patient looks at me, and I look at the roach, and I look at the patient, and the patient was like, "Ugh, that's gross."
Did the bug look at you like in well, Beetlejuice is actually a beetle. Like when she's like when they're trying to do the like charades because he can't say his name, and he's just like, look, he's like, just look, and it's a beetle. He's like, how you doing? And it was a beetle.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? I could just see like the roach like, hey, how you doing?
Dude, it was fucking funny, man. I felt so embarrassed. I'm like, I'm so sorry, And they're like, no, it's all right. I'm used to it. I'm like, it's fucking gross, man. Fucking embarrassing. I hate roaches. I hate them.
Oh, there's the man, Tom Savini, as a garbage man.
Fucking douchebag.
And who was the other guy? I'm trying to see his face. I don't remember if he was in anything else.
Tom Savini can suck it.
Yeah, Joe's a big fan of his.
Yeah. I love his work. I just don't
Love his work, yeah, but he's always, yeah, he always seems to be like a. I think as he's getting older, he's becoming even more of a dick.
Yeah, he's a grumpy old man. Grumpy old fart. It reminds me of fucking, what's his name? Not Gustafson. Was it from Grumpy Old Man? Fucking Walter Matthau's character.
Walter Math? Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Fuck, you
I can
remind
see that.
me of that, dude. Gustafson.
Yep. We still need to that Hitcher watch along. Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know we talked about doing that. God, I love the big fan of the Hitcher.
Fuck yeah, Thomas C. Howell and
Thomas Howell and Rutger Hauer.
That movie is fucking
and Jennifer Jason Leigh. It was the girl, right?
Oh yeah, fucking sweetness.
Such a great film. This is awesome. I love this. The kid. I'll teach you to take my comic books, throw my Tom in the garbage with the fucking voodoo doll.
Yes. And we
poor Tom Atkins. We love Tom.
We mentioned even Creepshow. I think what episode we did, we mentioned that what movie.
Night, Lurch.
You rang. Good night, buddy.
Thanks for hanging out with us, as always, buddy.
I remember what episode it was we covered that what movie series or franchises have the best memorabilia, and Creepshow has some kick-ass fucking stuff, man.
They really do. Yeah.
I like the pillow from was it Creepy Co? They had the Creepshow pillow. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember. Admittedly, I'm always looking for the Halloween stuff, but I've not seen it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like in the shape of the Creepshow. What is it called? The artwork with it's really cool, man. So and they have it in the shape of a pillow. It's so cool. And what else? You got the little figures now, the NECA figures. There's one that has the cover that you have right here on the screen there. Ultimate figure. That's fucking awesome. So Creepshow's got some great figures out, man. Some great stuff.
Awesome. Yeah. No, like I said, there's so much cool stuff now, and I wish this stuff came out years ago. But now it's coming out now because years ago maybe I would have been able to do it by little by little. But there's so much out there now. There's no way I couldn't do it.
Oh yeah.
I just can't do it. I'm still annoying me from that fucking sting.
Yeah, dude, I went to trick or treat, man, and I was looking at all the H2 and H3 stuff. I have pretty much everything H2 wise, but I saw those figures, man, for H3. I was like, fuck, $300, bro.
I pulled the trigger on them. I had to because I didn't want to lose out on them, so I got them coming.
Everything else I could give a fuck, like the glow in the dark masks that I've been wanting, they're sold out or whatever. The fucking, the only thing that I really would want are those 3 figures. And it's like, oh my god, that's a big one.
I didn't want to do it. Heading offline too, guys. Awesome. Thanks for hanging out all night. Greetings from the Grindhouse.
Good night. Good night. Thank y'all for joining us.
Awesome. Colin's got that. Colin has the Naked Creepshow figure.
Yes. Good taste, my guy. That's a great one.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it, but I'm like, you know what? Same thing. I looked over things. There's some things on there that I'm like, it'd be cool to buy, but I'm like, you know what? I could live without them.
Yep.
So I got the H3 figures because I wanted to make sure I got them. And for $17.99, one thing I didn't have was the H2 light up pumpkin. I never got.
Oh yeah.
So I picked that up because that's going to go away. All the other pumpkins are still going to be there. So
that's a must-have. Fuck
yeah.
yeah. So I'm still on the fence though about those figures. I'm gonna make an executive decision probably by tomorrow if I want to spend that much money on them or not. But you know what fucking dropped today? This tonight was
that's the end of the film.
Yeah,
What's that?
came out with a couple T-shirts for H2O. Did you
Oh
see
yeah.
those?
No, I have to stay away from T-shirts because my wife is ready to kill me. Like I told you, I just have too many T-shirts.
You remember that sketch that we talked about? The beginning of H2O, that artist sketch of Michael Myers.
They that on a shirt?
They put that fucking image on a shirt, bro. I swear they're sniping our ideas, bro. I remember saying, I want that on the shirt.
Look. See, we have those people that just do it, Joe. Get those H3 figures.
I might, Ryan. I might, bro. I don't know, man. $300. That's a big one, dude. Baby,
that would be cool.
$100. They're Halloween 3 figures.
A Man in Black figure with Wynn and Barry head would be awesome. Yeah.
Hey, MB said, sure, you got $300.
She's like, you can buy whatever you want. Do you have it?
You got $300? Go ahead. I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna have to go out there and hook. I'm gonna have to go hook.
You have to go sell some leg.
That's right. I'm like, hey, I could just sell some feet pics.
Oh, Shane bought it. He bought the sketch shirt. He couldn't pass up on it.
Oh, dude, I know, right, Shane? It's in my cart, bro. I want to buy it. That's a fucking. I think for a T-shirt, that's sweet, bro. That's a sweet ass T-shirt.
That is actually pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm admittedly not the biggest fan of H2O, but I have to just put a moratorium on T-shirts because, like I said, my wife went ape shit when she had to keep buying more and more hangers from the store to hang. Because she's like, "How many more shirts are you buying? I have to keep buying fucking packages of hangers."
I love it. Hey, go to Garbs, man. Their T-shirts, the quality of shirts, man. They're material good. They don't shrink when you fucking wash them and shit. Go to Garbs rocks ass.
Can we take your feet pics?
Oh yeah, take my feet pics, babe. I'm gonna post them.
That's some feet pics. Someone just painted a thorn on the basketball court in your local park. Really? That's awesome.
That's badass.
Wait, all right, admit it. Was it you? Was it you, Travis? It's like someone, meaning me, just painted a thorn on the basketball court. That's awesome.
That's fucking cool.
So, and how many times people have asked me because I have like tattoos on my arms. I mean, I don't have as many, nowhere near like Joe has. And they can never believe that you didn't get that thorn. I go, because I'm not the biggest fan of the Thorn trilogy. So if I'm going to put a Halloween thing on it, which I don't have yet, it's going to be like a Myers thing. And I'm like, I'm not going to put the thorn on there.
I really considered doing that, getting that tattoo. But to me, it just doesn't look cool enough. Like, it's not that significant of something that I would want on my body. Like, it's just It's just
It's your game now. Nice. Yeah, I'm surprised my daughter has not been breaking my chops because she wanted to go get a tattoo. She was trying to get my wife to go, and so like mother-daughter could get a tattoo together. So I took her to the place, and she has this design that she wants, and they gave a price. It was like $150. She said between like $150 and $180, somewhere around that. So yeah, whatever. But we were going to the Jersey Shore. So I said, well, and I've had, you have tattoos, and I told him, I said, well, I'm telling my daughter to wait. So we're going down the Jersey Shore next week. And he's like, yeah, listen to your dad, wait, because you won't be able to go into the salt water, the chlorine, the sun. It'll just ruin your vacation. Come back after. I said, see, doesn't want to listen to her father, but she'll listen to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's like, take my card here. I'll put the what I'm going to charge you. So it's not going to change, and just come back. And she hasn't mentioned it yet, which I'm surprised.
Dude, yeah,
but I want to go back. I'm trying to decide on what I want to go because I'm going to go finally pull the trigger and get Myers somewhere.
Oh yes. What do you think?
I don't know. I really got to think long and hard about it. I honestly, I wouldn't mind just getting the friggin' H4 cover of Myers
Oh,
and
dude.
the house behind it. Because that's the first T-shirt. That's the one I had airbrushed back in the 90s, early 90s. So
I
I'll
think great
get
idea.
that.
Yes, absolutely.
So I might do that. I have to get a price on it. And that's the thing. I'd love to do it before. If I do it, I'm gonna have to do it soon because it'd be nice to have it for age 45.
Yeah, dude. You fucking motivating me to want to get a new tattoo. I want something. I want maybe the
Texas?
pumpkin. You know, the pumpkin with the skull in the center. Like
Age 2 pumpkin? Yeah.
that, dude. I want something like that, man. But I don't know where. And that one, if you're gonna go big, man. Fuck it.
Yeah, you're running out of room, bro.
Yeah, dog. So I might just do it on my back. I don't know. I'm really considering it.
So Colin, so what's the one you posted today? So I pre-ordered the one from Best Buy, but I know there's no Best Buy. I don't think you can order Best Buy to Ireland. So that one is what I think you said that was Amazon UK. What is it any different? Because it looked almost identical to the one that Best Buy is putting out. So I have to look. I have to compare the two. And I know that Zavvi was putting one out, but I saw your comment, Colin, about how like the Zavvi one comes with a T-shirt, and the T-shirt is like complete shit. It was like the images was coming off. Colin said after like one wash, so he said don't even bother. My neighbor in my building looks exactly like Mitch Ryan, and my downstairs neighborhood dresses like Michael Myers every Halloween. It stands outside staring at people. Really? That's awesome. I'd love that. How cool would that be?
That's funny.
People always like for years, people are like, oh, you're a big Halloween guy, whatever. Like, you never dress like Myers, and I'm like, no, no, nobody needs to see a fat Myers. I'm just not built. I'm built like a weeble. They wobble, but they don't fall down.
Yeah, dude. I saw a fat fucking Corey Taylor at Houston Horror Film Festival, dude. It was funny, bro. Like he wore the mask and it was all super tight. And then like this dude was all fucking fat, bro. I was like, there's a fat Corey running around. I was like, fuck me. Like I don't like fat shaming people, but I'm just like, go with like, dress up as fucking Patrick or something, from fucking SpongeBob, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you don't when you're not gonna look right in it, don't do it. That's why I've never dressed like Myers. It wouldn't look right. So no, I put the mask on for fun and when parties or whatever, but never the whole outfit and doing the cosplay. It's like no, not me.
Gotcha.
No way. I think it's the same as far as I know. I know this set is a UK only release. Yeah, because I bought stuff from Zavvi. I don't know if I've ever got anything from Amazon UK. I have to look at it. So it did look exactly the same. So I'll compare the two. If it looks the same, then I'll have to pass on it. Mom pretending to give birth. I have a video of my mom pretending to give birth while Halloween 2 and that mixed with the music made it truly terrible. What? Am I reading this right?
Yeah.
Really? Your mom sounds pretty cool.
That's funny.
My mom wouldn't watch it. Like I said, my mom, horror movies, new. She said she saw Psycho when it first came out, and she never watched another horror movie after that. She said it traumatized her. She saw it when it came out in the theater, and it gave her nightmares. So she's like, nope, it's not for me. Never watched horror movies. Uh-oh. And be yelling at you?
She's cackling on the phone.
She's cackling? Oh, the hens are chatting in the hen house?
Yep. And like, fuck the doors. Can you close the door?
He's like, did you shut the door?
Love you.
I'm trying to see what's on at Brady's house because I'm seeing an image in the Creepshow 2 poster. I can't see what it is.
Oh, let me see. I don't know.
Yeah, so
that glare makes it seem like you're actually watching the movie with the creeper.
Oh, here it is. Let me see. Travis is explaining. So she randomly pretended to give birth to a pillow during the movie to make everyone laugh. Oh, I'll send the video. See, seriously, send it to me. I want to see it. That'd be awesome. That's okay. Now it makes more sense, but that'd be funny as hell. Yeah, send it to us. That's awesome. Travis, are you a collector? I forget. if you're a collector, we're going to start bringing collectors on. And actually, yeah, I mean, we've had Colin on, and he showed some of his stuff. We can even have him on as a collector. Anybody people after the fact, comment below if you're interested in coming on as a collector, or if you do cosplaying, let us know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get going. We're gonna jump off too shortly, Colin. I'm gonna wait for Brady to come back, or if he doesn't come back in the next couple of minutes, we'll just jump off. I'm gonna bow. It's 3:33 in Belfast.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
Yes,
Good chatting with you, man. Good to see you. Good to chat with you, buddy.
Have a great morning, because it's basically morning over there. And yeah, definitely we'll be in touch doing body bags watch along. Oh, just lost Brady. We just lost Joe too. What happened to Joe? Everybody's leaving me. You know what? Maybe we'll just call it a night. But the movie's over. Great movie. Thanks for everybody chatting. We had some great chats going. Awesome people. I mean, what are you gonna do when you're watching a great movie? Yeah, because it's getting up there. So it's 10:30 here on the East Coast. And look at our buddy Colin. It's 3:33. Oh no, Joe's back in. What happened? Where'd you go, Joe?
My dumbass accidentally hit the fucking the leave button on accident.
Oh, I was like, what the hell? I'm like, I know I didn't press anything. Yeah, because I was basically just about to say, we'll get going because Brady might be tied up with the kids.
Okay.
And this way, everybody can get going about their night, and then we could we'll regroup this week. So everybody, make sure you comment, subscribe, and all that happy horse shit. We'll be back live next Sunday with the podcast, unless something else pops up. And excuse me while I whip this out and we do something else live, but I don't see anything else going on.
Yeah,
oh, you just sent it to us? Okay, Travis. Yeah, definitely got to check it out. But yeah, thanks for everybody hanging out. It was a great night, great movie. Joe, hang out before we let everybody go, and we're going to let everybody go, and everybody have a good night and have a great week, because you probably won't see us live until next Sunday unless something else changes. So everybody have a great week, and see everybody soon.
Bye, everybody.